the relatable angle they were going for here. Every video I watch, I feel like peels back another layer of their lives, revealing another even more confusing layer. Totally indifferent to getting married, to literally the biggest day of your life, just so nonchalant. He became very nonchalant on his wedding day. And then at the end, they hug? Seems like this is like the one time in most people's lives it's like the most acceptable to kiss in public would be on your wedding day. Or like suck each other's souls out or whatever they do in all their other videos. The old Machine Gun Kelly. But why are they so indifferent to their wedding? I know it's a fake wedding, but like, come on, dude. Act a little bit enthusiastic. You're getting married to your brother. Actually, maybe it is kind of baller. Maybe it is kind of cool. It's the ultimate baller move to do literally the most insane shit ever, like marry your twin brother and not give a fuck about it at all. Just another day getting married to my twin brother. Nothing weird going on here. Just gonna give him a hug. We're getting married in front of a castle. This is our castle, by the way. We are Russian royalty, as a matter of fact. Is this like a wedding venue or is this their castle? Are these guys Russian royalty? I've heard that royal families can be pretty inbred, so honestly, I would believe it. I think that marrying your twin brother is literally keeping your genes as pure as humanly possible. If they could have a baby, it would just be them again.
Uh-oh.
What?
People.
Oh no, people.
Oh no, people are gonna see us almost kiss. No! Okay, thank you. I appreciate the modesty. I'm right here. Thank you for once looking at the camera and realizing what you're doing is insanely weird. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. This TikTok to me seems a little bit hard to swallow. I'm gonna call BS on the entire premise of this TikTok. As if these dudes are bashful or modest in the slightest. These dudes have a TikTok account with 2 million followers that is centered around these two brothers who want to have sex with each other all the time. I don't think that if they were gonna kiss and they saw someone watching, they would stop. They'd probably be like, oh yeah, come here. Oh shit, someone's watching us. Hell yeah, dude, let's traumatize this guy. Okay, so clearly whatever's going on here is just like for shock value to get views on TikTok. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that whatever this is, it's not like a real romantic relationship. It's just these two brothers who thought, hey, if we do this like weird shit, we can probably get really famous on TikTok. And I guess they have like 2 million followers, but like this video has 70,000 likes, which on TikTok is not that much. And some of their videos have like 7 or 8,000 likes, which I don't know about you, but to me, makes this a lot weirder. Like, people will do weird shit for fame and millions of dollars all the time. You can't stop people from doing that. But for like 5,000 likes, you're gonna make the whole world think that you're in love with your brother for 5,000 likes? Is it worth it? It'd be funny if this is them just realizing that people can see all these TikToks. They're like, oh fuck, we've been posting these to a public audience? Oh, that is not good. I thought these were just for us. Cause yeah, man, I don't know. I just have a hard time believing that this would ever be the reason that you were outcast from society and had to run away together. These twins just robbed a bank and ostensibly murdered somebody, and somehow it's the most normal thing they've done so far. Imagine seeing this in real life and having to be the person that reported this crime. All right, was there anything weird about the guys who did this? Yeah, there was a lot. Oh no, is this another set of twins? No! What are they gonna do? Oh man. Oh no. Those poor girls. They're probably acting in this TikTok, but I think the idea of them being so genuinely mortified about what's going on in front of them, is actually very realistic. I wonder who these girls are. How did they get them in on this? It's actually kind of weird because they're not tagged in the video. So I'm kind of worried that they're just like regular twins, like civilian twins, not influencers at all. How did they get roped into this? Hey, we noticed you guys are twins. So are we. We have like 2 million followers on TikTok. Do you guys want to be in a video with us? Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That sounds fun. What kind of videos do you guys make? Oh, just pretty standard TikTok stuff. We do like dancing, pranks, silly comedy skits, challenges, making out with each other. We want to make out with each other so bad, but we never get to. We're two horny twins that just want to kiss, but we can't. Two poor twins go back to their job the next day and their coworker's like, hey, are you guys okay? You're both acting really weird today. Did something happen? I guess it just goes to show that you never really know what someone's going through. It could be this. Do you think that the guy twins are kind of like looking at the girl twins wondering like, what are they doing? Why aren't they making out? Do these girls not know that this is what twins do when your other twin is tied up and he's got no choice? You put his arms around you and you breathe him. You breathe the poor guy. One thing that I think is really funny about these guys is that on their Instagram, they have a business email in their bio. What company would ever want to sponsor two incestuous twins? What kind of business inquiries do they think they're gonna get? I just imagine these guys going to their manager and being like, hey, do we have any new brand opportunities? And he's like, yeah, actually, we've got 7,000 emails from people offering to pay you to stop posting forever. Oh, that's kind of weird. So that many like individual people want. No, it's companies. They're literal companies that want to pay you to stop posting. Big ones too. McDonald's, Coca-Cola. They're willing to put a lot of money into getting you guys to stop. I actually went through their profile a bit and I did find one post that I think is sponsored. It doesn't say hashtag ad, but it says products used in this video, and it's tagging this company at 7 days. And it's an ad for a makeup company. Kind of an odd collab. I don't really know how that fits the theme of the account. I guess it could be for people who are in a relationship with someone that doesn't look exactly like them. And so maybe you can use this makeup to make them look more like you or something. I'm not really sure. So not every one of these guys' TikToks is about them wanting to kiss each other or like rub up on each other. They do have a couple of like normal TikTok content, which I feel like given all the other stuff is even weirder. Like you can't just post a normal TikTok and act like all of that stuff it didn't also happen. You'd think that being an incestuous twin would be enough for the TikTok algorithm, but I guess not. Even these guys have to, you know, branch out and diversify. I guess it goes to show how hard being a creator really is. They've got this prank video where one of the twins puts on like a scissor headband and then rubs fake blood all over him. And his twin brother comes in and they both faint. My favorite part about this TikTok is that when they both fall over, you can see a mirror in the background and there's just like a guy sitting in a chair helping film, I guess. I'd like to imagine that that guy sitting in the camera is actually their third twin, or their triplet, I guess. He's their brother also, but he never gets to be in them. He's like in charge of setting up the camera and everything. And every time he sets up the camera for a video, he's like, hey guys, I had an idea for a video. What if this time you guys want to make out with me? And the other two brothers are like, ugh, gross, dude, that's disgusting. You're our brother. They've got another TikTok where this dude does the exact same prank again, but with this like eyeball sticking out of the head device, which is absolutely grotesque, I must add. And it's interesting because this time just one of the twins faints. I guess the pranker is getting a little bit used to it, but I got a feel for the twin being pranked. I mean, this would be a lot to walk in on. Walking in and seeing your brother, like literally with his eyeball hanging out, yeah, I would faint too. I would be horrified. I really feel for this guy. Plus, that's not just his brother, you know? That's his husband. Honestly, I haven't watched all their TikToks. There could be some other weird twist like this is also his dad or some shit. I'm hesitant to try to box them into any kind of like nuclear family that we would all be used to. I don't know what's going on with them at all. They've also got dance videos, which get pretty spicy. I like to imagine someone scrolling down their profile being like absolutely disgusted by most of their TikToks and being like, oh, thank God, finally a normal TikTok. Oh, fuck, dude. There's a comment on this one that says sus, but I'm starting to accept it. Is this how quickly as a society we become desensitized to things now? What changed? What made you start to accept it? I'm so confused. I feel like something must have happened to this person in their own personal life outside of watching these TikToks that made them accept it. Like maybe their brother got really hot all of a sudden and they were like, whoa, maybe I spoke too soon. These TikToks are kind of on point. Okay, wait, hold on. So now this is confusing. I've started to see comments that are really throwing a wrench in my understanding of this situation. This comment says, are you guys dating person to person? But like, look at how thin like the ridge of the ear is. I feel like that's abnormal. Yeah, I've definitely got a fatter ear ridge there. That's not a normal ear ridge thickness. So of course they have the same hair, but that's pretty easy to fake. Even if they didn't, they could dye their hair and cut it the same way. I could shave my head and I'd look just like Jeff Bezos. Does that mean that I'm entitled to some of his wealth? Now let's talk differences. Do the boys have different facial structures. I hope you can tell, but I've noticed in a few of their TikToks, one of them seems like he's got a lot slimmer face. It's very defined right here. This guy's face is a lot more smooth and a lot more round. In some of their videos, I've noticed that their eyebrows look different. This is a makeup one, and it's before they put on makeup. Their eyebrows look more different than when they are wearing makeup. This one's eyebrows are kind of a little more curvy. They go whoop. These ones, a little more straight. See that? So there are some differences. After looking at them for quite some time, there are some differences. But does that mean they're not twins? Zach and Cody, Dylan and Cole Sprouse, these are genetic twins as far as we know. As far as today's top scientists know, these boys are definitely twins. And even when they were younger, I mean, you could tell them apart for sure. Like, they had differences. And now they're all grown up, and I'd say they look even less alike. I think that happens to twins as they get older. They, they live different lives, they eat different foods, meet different people. But just because they look slightly different, that doesn't mean that they're not in love. I also wanted to see if I could find any evidence for that claim that they were dating before they knew they were twins. So I was looking that up, and I could not find that anywhere about them. The only thing I could find about that was this article, and it describes exactly what that comment was talking about, except the dudes that are named in the article are not the Alisov brothers. They have totally different names, Jason Osborne and Alex Brown. So I don't know if someone just saw this article and like assumed it was talking about the Alisov brothers. Like, oh, that explains it. Okay, case closed. This is an article from the UK, not from Russia. Different names, but it's probably talking about them. I did also email the brothers at their business email. I figure they probably don't get a lot of emails, so I thought I might get a response. Just asking them if they're twins. I said, please, are you guys really twins? I have to know. And I sent it. And as of right now, I have not heard back. So after that deep and thorough investigation, my opinion, they're twins. They are, I do think that they're twins. Sure, they have small differences in their facial features, but like they look exactly the same. They're twins. But that is not a good thing. That's not a good thing. I'm not happy that I think that. But as I said, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Are they twins? Are they really in love? Let me know. This video has been sponsored by ExpressVPN. Yes! Guys, there's lots of fun things to do on the internet. Playing games with your friends, sending emails to your friends, video chatting with your friends. But you know what's not fun? The fact that ISPs can see everything that you're doing when you're online, and they can even legally sell it to other companies. That is one reason to use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN basically sends all of your data through a secure tunnel so that your internet service provider and online advertisers can't track what you're doing and sell it to people. I use ExpressVPN all the time. I've got it on my laptop and my desktop and my phone. But not only does ExpressVPN keep you safe when you're doing some of your favorite activities online, it also unlocks new activities, like more things to watch. For example, Donald Glover's masterpiece of a show, Atlanta, is not available on Netflix in the US, but it is available on Netflix in Brazil. So if you want to watch Atlanta on Netflix, you could do two things. You could move to Brazil, or you could just install ExpressVPN, change your server location to Brazil, and then you can watch it. You can pick whichever one you want to do, but I think ExpressVPN would be easier. ExpressVPN's got the fastest speeds, they've got 24/7 customer support, and they're consistently ranked the #1 VPN by multiple sources, as you can clearly see here. So if you want to find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free, then head on over to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. Bye, thanks for watching. What's up, Greg? And this is the most state-of-the-art VR headset on the market today, and I am its newest and proudest owner. The reason I went out and got this headset is because I want to experience the worst VR games in existence. I've done other videos before about trying bad iPhone games, but I have a feeling that VR games are gonna be so much worse. Because sure, those games have had bad graphics and glitches and didn't make any sense, but imagine strapping all of those things to your eyeballs. I think these games, if they're really bad, might be the worst gaming experience possible. Or maybe they'll actually be really good. I'm not actually sure. This is the first game I'm gonna play. It's called Eastwood VR. I found this game by going to Steam's VR section. I searched shooter, and then I scrolled all the way down to the bottom to find the worst reviewed game. As you can see, it says 18% of the 11 user reviews for this game are positive. Let's check out the trailer. just shoot people and fight people all in like an old Western setting. That actually sounds kind of fun. Okay, you can shoot chickens. You can shoot a bunch of people at once. This game seems cool as heck. Wait, who is that? What is that guy? Are those... You need to defeat the worst guys on the whole Wild West to become the coolest cowboy ever. Every next bandit got harder reaction and shooting skill. Game has more than 10 different levels with different enemies. Okay, tell us how many levels though. More than 10 is super vague. Is it 11? Are there 11 different levels? Also, there are a few bonus levels. They have different levels and bonus levels. Also, there is multiplayer mode where you can compete with other players online. Dude, this game actually sounds sick. Why does this have such bad reviews? Bad game. It is not polished at all. Throw your pistol away and you cannot do anything else in the game, not even restart. Okay, note to self, do not throw pistol away, because I guess I will not be able to do anything in the game if I do. This person said, wish I knew how to get my money back, and then it says, product refunded. Guess he figured out how. And then this review says, I kind of like it for some reason. I have no clue why, but this game slaps. I wish I could remember why, but I just black out every time I play it, and when I come to, I just know that I had a good time. All right, I'm gonna buy it, and we're gonna figure out what exactly is going on with this game. It's only $4. Why not? Now, unfortunately, I've played a few VR games before, and my body is not exactly built for it. If I play in VR for too long, I get what I like to call VR fever, which is not the fun kind of fever. It's not like Bieber fever. It's the kind of fever where I get nauseous from motion sickness. So I'm gonna need to get nice and hydrated for this, and I'm gonna need that hydration to be nice and fun. Luckily, I have my Air Up bottle, which is exactly that, and they're also the sponsor of this video. How perfect is that? Air Up is a whole new way to get hydrated. While you're drinking regular plain tap water, you get to experience the flavor of a variety of delectable scent pods, which you place right here. Every time you take a sip, both water and scented air are transported up into your mouth, and thanks to the science of scent-based taste, you actually experience the flavor of peach, or whatever flavor you want. They have an endless array of flavors. If you ever want to drink just plain water, you can just push the scent pod down, and then you can pull your scent pod back up when you want water flavored only by scent. I like my Air Up bottle because it's not adding any sugar or sweeteners or additives to the water. It's literally just plain water, but you end up drinking more because of the flavor. So if you want to experience Air Up for yourself, click the link in the description and use my code Danny. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring this video. Now let's game. It's time to play some Eastwood VR! Entering the Wild West world of Eastwood VR, I was immediately greeted by the most aggressive NPC I've ever come across. Bitch! Oh my god. What the hell? Such an aggressive way to start the game.
Come here, you big fuck!
The very first thing you're supposed to do in this game is duel this guy, but for some reason, the game spawned me without hands. Right off the bat, I'm not seeing hands. Let me try restarting the game. Please give me hands. Please give me hands. Yes, okay, I have hands this time. All right, it says shoot him to enter the saloon. Is that how it worked in the Wild West?
Son of a bitch!
You have to shoot the bartender to enter the saloon? Now that I could actually grab my gun, it was time to use it. To do so, you must wait for the round to start. There's a little countdown and then a whistle. And then you have to pick up your gun and shoot him before he can shoot you. Dude! This took a little bit too long to figure out, honestly. Don't know what I did wrong that time.
Come here, you big fuck!
Easy. Whoa! I did it! Let's go. Hell yeah, partner. Hey, I dropped my gun and I got it back. The review said you can't do that. Guess they were wrong. So do I want to continue or restart? Yeah, as much fun as that was, I think I'm going to want to continue. Also, that is the funniest death pose I've ever seen. Dude is face down, ass up. All right, continue. So it turns out none of the menus work in this game. So I just decided I'm gonna shoot this guy and go into the saloon. Lovely, okay, so now I'm in the saloon. This is kind of fun. I'm actually, it's not that bad so far. I immediately began to explore everything this saloon had to offer. And it turns out there's quite a bit. You can throw this pot up in the air. Whoa! You can stack chairs on top of each other. Ooh, dude, I wonder if I could like make a fort out of chairs. Probably not what the game was intended for, but dude, you can. Let's go. I guess it turns out to make an entertaining game for me, you don't need to program in any story or challenges. Just give me a bunch of shit I can move around. A glug glug glug. Do I look like I'm drinking beer? A glug glug glug. Okay, he didn't seem to care about that. Can I grab him? Oh! Oh, I've stunned him. What the fuck did I do? Ah! Oh my god! I touched him one time. I think I killed him. I think I have the touch of death, guys. I guess the game heard I like having things to pick up and move around and answered my prayers in the most terrifying way possible. Ah! Dude, this is like actually creepy. I'm holding him up with one hand. He's just like floating around. This is exhilarating. Bad boy. Holy shit, dude, this is crazy. The other patrons of the saloon didn't really seem to have much going on. Smash. Touch of death. Oh, touch of death doesn't work on him. So maybe there was just something wrong with that one guy. Maybe he had his own thing going on. He had his own demons. Don't worry about him, man. He would have done that anyway, even if you weren't there. Can I pick up this gun? And one for you, for looking at me like that. I wonder if I can steal this guy's gun. That'd be kind of fun, huh? Okay, that's funny. On the wall of the saloon, there's a list of other bandits you can duel with. Oh, okay. And I guess that's how we start them.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. This guy was equally mean, but a little bit more whispery.
Son of a bitch.
And about 100,000 times harder to kill. Oh my, whoa! That was so fast. What? Dude, I can't even shoot one bullet in the time it takes for him to like shoot like 12 at me. On top of that, that zombie level that was advertised on Steam is nowhere to be found in this game. I'm kind of curious about the zombie one, but I'm actually not seeing that on here. I did, however, find the chicken game. Kill all chicks. Finally, after a stressful time in that saloon, it was time to blow off some steam. Nice done. Thank you. Your score is 1225. You are better than 0% other players. That kind of makes the nice done seem sarcastic. My favorite thing about this game is that the menus don't work. The only menu item that works in this game is this guy. And he's not even a menu item, he's just a guy. Oh, you're back? Dude, get out of here, man. Well, I thought I told you to get out of here. Hey, did you guys notice that you're all the same guy? I like that the music stopped when I said that. It's like, okay, the music has started back up again. I feel a little bit better, but that was creepy for a second there. It was like they all actually had a real human moment where they realized they were all the same guy in a video game. I still kind of think he knows. The way he's looking at me. It was right about now that I started to discover just how creepy and lonely this game starts to feel the longer you play it. It turns out the last toss I gave that NPC caused him to glitch halfway through the wall. Look at this guy. He used to just be like a jolly fellow drinking in a saloon, and now he's got this glazed over look in his eyes. His arm is like stuck through a wall at the atomic level, and I'm still gonna keep throwing him. As I chucked him further and further into the desert outside the saloon, I got a sense for how desolate this place was. Starving for any kind of human interaction at all, I decided to reach for the last duel on the board. And global show yourself. Try it out online. Are there even other people that play this game? Is there going to be anyone to play against? But the fate I met in that lobby was far worse than anything I encountered in the saloon. No suitable rooms at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna host a game, see if anyone comes along. Okay, so now I guess I'm just waiting for somebody else to find this game, buy this game, and show up right in front of me so I can shoot them. Oh no. Oh no, I can't shoot the guy to go back in the saloon. How do I get out of here? How do I go back in the saloon? I can't move anymore. I'm stuck in this place until somebody else comes to duel me? Why does it say hello world in the sky? Come on, man. Let me go back in the saloon. Let me go back in the saloon. Next on the list, we have Bad Boy Simulator. Okay, so it looks like a game where you spend all of your time in one classroom just tormenting the teacher and students with chemical weapons. This game looks insane. Also, what is this glove? Are we playing as a supervillain? I love that these two characters cough in sync. It's kind of like they're dancing to the music of the game, too. They're like, all right, let's go. Yeah, everyone kind of has like in sync choreography to the sort of chemical warfare that they're being subjected to. Were you a bully at school or vice versa? Were a diligent student and now you regret that you did not break away then properly? Do I regret not being a bully in school? Yeah, man, I was a little goody two-shoes in high school. I wish I made bombs. I look back on my years as a teen and my greatest regret is that I didn't blow up my science classroom. Arrange yourself more conveniently. What does that mean? How can I arrange myself to be more convenient? Will you be able to infuriate the teacher without catching her eye and avoid the look of a classmate bastard? What? Okay, I'm sorry, but if anyone's the classmate bastard, maybe it's the one with a supervillain-esque glove making bombs in the back of the class. So the reviews for this game are mixed. Some people are loving it and some people are hating it. This one person said, I can't close the game. That sounds terrifying. What if it turns out this person like forgot to actually put their headset on and just started doing this at school thinking they were in the game? I gotta find a way to close this game, man. I'm in too deep. It's been months. I've been expelled. I'm on the no-fly list. Can someone please tell me how to close this thing? Can someone please tell me how to stop being a bad boy? I wonder if there's a story to this game or if you just stay in this one classroom the entire time. But you know what they say, there's only one way to find out. To start this game, you go through a tutorial that teaches you a bunch of different methods you can use to prank your teacher and classmates. Put something on the bottom of the teacher's mug, throw it, and then go sit down. I don't know. Okay, so is this glue maybe? Go ahead and stick that, and I'll go right back to my desk. Oh, now we get to watch the teacher discover that her mug has been glued to her desk. What is she doing? Why is she just standing there? Not really sure what happened there. My best guess is that I put too much glue on the mug and she could tell even from outside the door that she was about to be pranked. So she was sort of like angrily protesting from outside the room. 1, 2, 3, stick it. And then I go back and sit down. Oh, here we go, dude. Here she comes. Tiniest legs in the world. Oh, good God. Is the teacher a baby? These pranks rely heavily on distracting the teacher, that way you can cause your mischief without getting caught. You can throw a paper airplane to distract the teacher. Miss? Sometimes it doesn't work. That distracts her. I go and take the mug, and I go back and sit down. Fuck you. Oh. But I don't think any of the other distraction methods really matter because you can also freeze time. Bink. Put this on the mug, sit down, and... Yes! She is so pissed. Now that I was done with the tutorials, I could actually get into the real levels. And it looks like there are a lot, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 30 levels. A little bit of quick math for you. And I'm not even in math class right now. I'm in stand class. What does that mean? Wow, look at what all these kids drew in stand class. Level 1, begin. What? Excuse me, are you all right? At first I had absolutely no clue what I was supposed to be doing during this level. Oh. I was trying to throw the banana and I took a bite out of it. Whoa, how'd I do that? I like hollowed out the peel? Did I do that with my tongue? But don't worry, I soon found these super vague instructions that I decided to follow. Level 1, banana and that thing. I don't know what that thing is, but apparently putting a banana on it makes the teacher slip when she steps on it. Oh, shit. Wait, okay, I guess that was actually what I was supposed to do. So it seems like every level is just a list of items you need to pick up from around the classroom without getting caught by the teacher. Level 2, glue plus rock plus slingshot. Okay, it's really helpful that I can just freeze time in this game. That makes it so I like don't even have to distract the teacher. And then you assemble them into some sort of strange contraption that doesn't really make any sense. Okay, I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, but I can't pick up the soap anymore for some reason. Like, what is this? I feel like I'm supposed to be shooting the soap. I can't make heads or tails of this. Everything's covered in glue. What do I do? I'm just gonna go get caught by the teacher because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Teacher, I was a bad boy. Can you please put me in detention? Eventually I figured it out, kind of. I'm still not really sure what the soap had to do with any of this, but it's a glue slingshot. She can't figure out where it's coming from. I'm being so sneaky. This is so good. Dude, the teacher is furious. She's so mad she forgot how to hold a book. That's pretty much the whole game, honestly. It's very repetitive, and sometimes the things you have found just inexplicably disappear. Hey, where'd that stuff go? And there's only 2 different classes. There's math class and chemistry class. Technically a third if you count the door that just leads to a void. Oh. I have to say, man, this game did not make me feel like a bad boy. One really interesting thing about VR games is that I guess because it's so immersive, a lot of companies have created trainings for various jobs for their employees to experience in VR. The strange thing about it is that instead of being like on some private server somewhere, they're just for sale on Steam. So this one's called Truck Preparation for Driving VR Training. It is $200 and it promises to teach us how to proceed full preparation for driving of the truck with load. So they took the most most fun part of being a truck driver, driving the truck. They took that out of the game. They said, no, in this game, you just prepare the truck for driving. So why does this game sound appealing to me? Why am I even the slightest bit interested in learning how to prep a truck for driving? I don't know, man. I guess I kind of just want to see if I'll learn something. Also, I kind of want to find out why this game is $200. So I'm gonna try it out. Ooh. This is beautiful. Oh, right from the start, it seemed I was gonna get my money's worth from this game, as it boasted nearly 3 hours of training time.
Come to the table. To move, point the controller to the green circle and pull the trigger.
Okay, let's go over here.
Take your driver's license out of your breast pocket.
I showed my ID to a very unimpressed desk worker. How come this guy doesn't look happy to see me at all? What's he doing over here? All right, what am I supposed to do?
Take a tablet with the checklist from the table
and the
waybill.
Take the tablet from the checklist, right, okay.
Read the documents.
Oh my god, it's gigantic. Why was it so small on the table? Are you seeing this, dude? It's crazy. One thing I'm starting to notice about VR is I do not like how dull and lifeless the characters are in these worlds. Look at the mechanic I meet in the garage. Look at this guy. The uncanny valley of it all just gives you this deep, unsettling feeling that you can't shake.
Take the car key from the mechanic. Then go to the cabin.
So I will say everything up until this point seemed like pretty self-explanatory. Like I didn't need a state-of-the-art simulator to figure out how to walk up to a man and for him to hand me keys. And the graphics of this game are not very good. For $200, this is the most expensive game I've played so far, and these graphics suck. Also, I swear every time I look at that guy, he's like not wearing his helmet for a split second. Many of the tasks around the truck are making sure things are working properly or in good condition. And I started to realize that none of it is. This truck is in horrible condition. I'm starting to think this whole place is all torn up. This looks like a little tear here. This looks rusted out as well. When do I get to prep a good truck? Eventually I realized I can kind of just speed run this whole checklist by assuming everything is in bad condition. Daytime running lights, no. Parking lights, no. Which was especially helpful because a lot of the things on this checklist were named incorrectly. You know what? This game is all wrong, man. I gotta say, this is actually pretty disappointing. Stop lamp? Safety belt? You mean seat belt? Fifth wheel coupling? I can only imagine what that is supposed to mean in real life. That's probably like the radio or something.
Check for wheel chocks attached to the rear of the machine.
What's a wheel chock? On the back of the machine. What machine? The truck? Is that the machine? Is he the machine? You got any wheel chocks back there, sir? Turn around, let me see. Let me see your wheel chocks. Suddenly, all of the UI and my ability to walk around disappear, leaving my prospects of finding these so-called wheel chocks hopeless. I tried resetting the game to see if that would fix it, but the only thing that did was erase all of my progress.
Prepare the truck for driving. Come to the table. To move, point the controller to...
Okay, this one actually looks like it might be a little bit more entertaining. This one is called Airline Flight Attendant Simulator. Being a flight attendant actually does sound kind of interesting, so I am kind of curious to see what that entails. And the graphics on this one look a little better too.
Passenger evacuation.
Wait, why did I think this game was gonna be mostly like bringing people soda and like walking around and just doing safety checks? Okay, now this makes sense now that I think about it. This game is about what to do in case of an emergency if you're a flight attendant. So does the game start off with the plane immediately about to crash? Oh my god. Well, honestly, I kind of don't want to spoil this game too much for myself. I kind of just want to play it. Okay, this game consists of 4 levels and they get increasingly intense as you go. The first one is safety equipment check. It's not anything too crazy. You just walk around the plane looking in various compartments to make sure all of the required safety equipment is there. We need 20 child belts, but look, there's only 15 child belts. Guess some children aren't going to be joining us today. We're gonna have to strap them to the bottom of the plane. The next level is where things started to heat up. Literally. Oh, there's people on the plane now, dude. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my flight. Well, sir, welcome to my flight. I'm glad that everyone on this flight is an adult, not a single child on here. That's good because we are gonna be going down. You look familiar. Has anyone ever told you you look just like that guy? And has anyone furthermore told you that you look just like that guy? There's a series of steps you have to follow to a T in order to put out the fire correctly. And if you do any of them wrong or you don't do them quick enough, you fail. Ooh, whoa, cool. All right, I'm wearing the smoke. Oh. All right, that time I wasn't even goofing around. I was being dead serious that time. That's okay. We need to learn how to do this first, I guess, and then once I know how to do it, I'm gonna be able to speed through this lickety-split. And speed through it lickety-split I did. Once I had the instructions down, I was opening the door, I was extinguishing the fire, I was pouring water on it. What? Oh! Okay, yeah, I did fail that time. I forgot a few steps. The source of the fire hasn't been inspected, but I did eventually get it. How did I do? The source of the... What? Kind of. It's been inspected. Oh, it says mission passed anyway. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, who really needs to inspect the source of the fire at the end of the day? The passengers can do that. Okay, aircraft depressurization. This one I could not figure out, man. You're just standing around when suddenly the airplane depressurizes. You have to put on a mask. Ah! Okay. Okay, that's on. And then you have to go make sure that the pilots are okay. Hey guys, everybody stay calm. But they don't answer the phone in the cockpit. I know, not good. So the game instructs you to go in there and help them. If there's no response, get into the cockpit by entering the code 12345 red. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red? Enter? What's red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. Mission failed. Time is over. The aircraft is not descending. What was I supposed to do? So I don't know if this is just a bug with the game or something, but that code does not work. It does not get you into the cockpit. I replayed this level over and over. I did it so many times it was like Groundhog Day to me. Watch, guys. The aircraft is gonna depressurize. We're all gonna be screwed. Check this out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yep. See, I knew it. Yeah, you guys are all scared and screaming, but I knew the whole time. Enter. 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 Let me enter, please. Please let me enter. I have to save the pilots. They need my help in there. Why does it look like I'm like caressing the door handle also? Okay, this one sounds like it's gonna be the most intense one of them all. Emergency landing and evacuation. And it was intense, dude. The first few instructions are just things you're supposed to scream at the passengers as the plane goes down. Brace, brace, heads down, stay down. Brace, brace. Release your seatbelt. Stay in your seat. Life vest under your seat. Put it on. I kind of immediately forgot what the chants were the second the level started. Brace, brace. Keep your head down, stay down. I guess I was just so nervous because the plane was about to crash, but I think they got the gist. Oh, okay, that's impact. Very scary. Very scary indeed.
Passenger evacuation.
Okay, here we go. Next step. Release your seatbelt, stay in your seat. Life vest under your seat. Put it on! Oh, they are, okay. They all already have it on. Okay, so next. Now it was time to get everybody safely off the plane and into the ocean. Whoa, dude, this is crazy. Hey, guys, that's not, no, don't do that. I don't think you're supposed to do that, are you? Isn't everyone supposed to get on this thing? Where are you going? We're in the ocean. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay, it's attached. I was like, I was just gonna float away and then, oh, hello. Got these two clones lined up, ready to go. Okay, right here. Oh, okay, there they all go. Wow, seems like they all really know how to do this. Has this happened to you guys before? Check the entire cabin for any passengers left inside. There better not be anybody still on this. Oh my God, dude, get up, get up. Inflate the life vest, get up, go. What am I supposed to say? Excuse me. I gotta admit, it was pretty fulfilling to help all of these scared passengers off of the plane in a calm manner, and oh fuck, I have to get in the cockpit again. I hope the pilots are alive. Literally everybody else lived, so it would be kind of a bummer if they didn't make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, enter. Oh, it worked this time. All right. Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but the plane did crash, so just wanted to let you know. There you go. Oh, okay. All right. You're good? And you as well? Are you good? Oh, okay. Perfect. No, don't get your hands off the steering wheel. We're not in the air anymore. We crashed. Get your hands off the steering, please. Now that I'd rescued everybody else on the plane, it was time to rescue myself. A jump, a jump. Mission failed. This last one I kind of have a complicated reason for picking, but I think it's interesting. This game is, I think, one of the most popular VR games you can play right now. It's called Gorilla Tag. I'd never heard of it before researching this video, but it seems very popular.
Here we find a most curious creature, moving on two paws, able to traverse great distances.
So it seems like a multiplayer VR experience where you play as a gorilla who inexplicably does not have legs. I don't know if they all just escaped from some kind of laboratory where they were being experimented on or something, but none of the gorillas have legs. And also, instead of like using the joystick to walk around, you like swing your arms like an actual gorilla walking around, which seems super annoying, honestly. But this game has very positive reviews. 93% of the reviews for this game are positive, but I read through some of them and it gave me a little bit of pause. Positive review. This is the reason I do not want to have kids. Positive review. Kids call you racist stuff, but you will get used to it. Positive review. Dislocated my finger in real life? I think what I'm getting at here is that the game itself is well designed and fun to play, but because it's a multiplayer game, the other people on the app, being mostly children, make the game a terrible experience. At least I think that's the case, but I want to check it out for myself. Is this actually a good game, or do the clientele ruin it? You start out in a cave learning to walk as a gorilla for the first time. This walking mechanic is very annoying and would only continue to get more annoying as the game went on. Also, I'm not sure why the game is third person in this recording. When I was playing, I was in first person as the gorilla. So this is what a gorilla's hands look like. But as you emerge from the cave, you are greeted by hundreds of children. Oh.
Never give up.
Whoa, suddenly I can hear people. Hey, hi, I'm new here. I don't know how this game works. Can anybody help me?
Yeah, I will. Jump down.
These children were immediately so eager to teach me how to play. They also turned me into lava. I'm still not sure what that means. Wait, what did you do to me? They swarmed me like a pack of feral wolves and immediately started asking me questions and showing me how to do things. This is kind of overwhelming.
Do you already know how to run? Do you already know how to run? So you gotta run like diagonal to the ground like this.
They wanted to show me how to run, how to throw balloons. They wanted to feed me hot dogs. Thank you. So hospitable, thank you. So overall, most of them were pretty nice. There was this one gorilla who kept asking me to change his color code in a very intimidating way.
You take off my color code?
What?
You take off my color code?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. This guy was weird. He also made me do a bunch of tests to make sure I was really new and I wasn't just faking it.
Press this right here.
Ooh, hats.
Press right here.
Put on.
Press right here.
Put on.
Okay, you're actually new.
Oh, you thought I was razzing you? You thought I was messing with you? I wouldn't joke about that kind of thing.
Do you want to know how a real man does it?
Yeah, show us how a real man does it.
Bro, a real man do it like this.
Whoa! That's a real man. While I was being taught how a real man runs up a wall, I was told that the $1,000 Meta headset I bought to play all of these games was actually the worst possible one I could have used. For some reason, I feel like it's like my hand is just not sticking in the wall.
What are you playing on, Oculus or Steam?
On Steam with the Quest Pro.
So you have about 85 hertz.
Okay.
So your hands are not as sticky as the Oculus players. Wait, what did you get? The Pro?
Yeah, but I'm playing it on Steam.
Not bought that headset.
What the hell, Steam? And Mark? My gaming setup is too good for Gorilla Tag? How fucked up is that? Once the gorilla children had cooled down a bit and started to go back to doing their own thing, I asked my friend here if there was anything else to do in this game. Are there like mini games in this game, or like what is there to do? He decided he should take me under their wings / monkey arms and teach me their favorite game.
Let's teach them how to play Monkey on the Shelf.
Okay, let's go.
Now jump on the computer.
Okay.
Now join code Joe Mama.
Monkey on a Shelf is a don't touch the lava type game where you try to make it from one end of the room to the other without touching the floor. I kind of thought there would be mini games like programmed into this game, but there is no structure at all. They just like pick one monkey to watch and make sure people don't touch the floor. While we played, we got to talking about some of the negative things people had to say about this game. Are there a lot of racists in this game? The review said that like it was just a bunch of racist little kids.
Yes.
Yeah, there are. There are.
Did they get banned?
Sometimes.
Before I knew it, it was time for me to log off. All right, guys, I gotta go. But can I just say?
Nice knowing you.
Can I just say thank you guys for taking me under your wing and teaching me how to play this game. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
You guys are the coolest monkeys I've ever met.
Yep.
All right, bye. Well, Greg, there you have it. The world of VR is a magical and mysterious place that I am proud to have explored here with you today. If you have any other games you want me to check out, let me know. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Otherwise, go ahead and check out another video right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Life as a new dad is pretty good. Rocking my baby to sleep, watching him crawl for the first time, and there's so much to look forward to. Like finding out what kind of TikTok dad I'm gonna become. There's so many types of dads on TikTok. You got Frog Dad. I could be like Addison Rae's dad, begging Young Gravy to box him. One thing's for sure, whatever kind of dad I become, I'm excited to do it on TikTok.
Wait, what is this? TikTok is getting banned?
Guys, TikTok might get deleted in the US forever in a few months, so I either need to move countries or fulfill my dream of becoming a TikTok dad now. Luckily, over the years, I've gathered a pretty choice list of dad talks, and today I'm going to watch them, and then I'm going to become them by recreating them. So let's take another look at that Addison Rae's dad TikTok.
Can I get
Okay, so this TikTok is from a couple years ago. It's from 2022. And if you were unaware of this situation where Addison Rae's dad wanted to fight famous rapper Young Gravy, I believe it started because Young Gravy made some comment on a podcast about finding Addison Rae's mom attractive. Now, Addison Rae's dad and his mom aren't together and haven't been for a long time, I think. But nevertheless, Monty, that's his name, Monty Lopez, decided to settle the score by getting on TikTok and begging Young Gravy to fight him.
Can we meet now? Like today, it's August 9th, 2022. I'm ready and I bet you're not. Only a boxing match. Do you have what it takes?
Please, I'm begging you, Young Gravy, fight me, please. I'll let you win. I don't care. You can bring a gun. Just don't kiss her. Also, because of the UMG thing that happened recently where they removed all their music from TikTok, this TikTok is completely silent. I'm guessing it had more of a badass vibe to it when it actually had music, but now it's just kind of sad. But to be fair to Monty, that TikTok was like 2 years ago. The beef has since been resolved, I think, or Monty just realized that Young Gravy was never going to respond to him, so he stopped trying. But let's see what Monty's up to now.
What's going on, everybody? Happy holidays. Got some real funny videos that I'm about to show you. Let me know in the comments below which one you think is the funniest.
Cool, man. Yeah, those are some pretty funny videos. Did you steal them, Monty? Did you steal the videos? Bad, Monty. I like that Monty is compensating for his old videos having no music by putting 3 times as much music as is necessary in this video. I don't really think that this exact genre of TikTok speaks to me. I don't really know if I want to become like the content stealing kind of guy on TikTok. Hey guys, check out this crazy clip I just saw. You're gonna want to buckle in. This is 3 hours long. I should give Addison Rae's dad type dad a shot though, so I'm gonna be recreating that first TikTok. Okay, so I was trying to think of who it would be funny for me to be trying to fight in this video. My first thought, for some reason, was Joe Biden, but I feel like if I posted a shirtless video of me screaming and begging Joe Biden to fight me, I would be investigated by the FBI, the CIA, trying to think of any other 3-letter acronyms, AJR maybe. So I'm not gonna do that. Maybe it would make more sense if I just challenge someone who already does influencer boxing, like Jake Paul. I could make this same kind of shirtless screaming video, begging Jake Paul to fight me. I can't just stop there because Monty didn't stop there. Oh no, no, no. He challenged him, he begged him, he asked him to come to his house right now, and then he also pivoted to just posting silly videos on his page. So I'm gonna try to encapsulate all of that into one video. I also noticed in this video when he stands up, it like, well, one, it says run white boy run at the bottom, and then it also reveals that he has a tummy tattoo. So I don't know if I should incorporate that somehow, like when I stand up there's a funny tattoo on my tummy. Maybe it's just a heart that says Jake in the middle. Because I want you to get the vibe from this that I just want to hang out with Jake so bad. I don't care if he's beating the shit out of me or if he's just coming over to help me water my garden. It's actually kind of hard to write this upside down, but hopefully I'm doing this correctly. Can you even see it in the camera? Can you see the Jake? There's an effect on it. Should I use that effect? Gym light? That's kind of menacing. What other effect could I use? No, okay. Let's just do no filter. No filter or nothing.
Can I get
I didn't like filming that at all. Actually, I hate that. I'm gonna put my shirt back on. Yeah, sorry, I hated that. I'm gonna keep my shirt on, actually. I thought I was gonna do it with my shirt off, man, but I can't do it. I just can't see myself convulsing shirtless like that. I don't even think I want it on the internet, to be honest. I don't want it. Nobody should see that. So it's gone now. I'm just gonna have to live with Jake tattooed on my tummy, and that's just gonna be a secret between me and you guys. Nobody's gonna know that happened. Okay, let's try again. Shirt mode activated. It's hard to press the start button the way I have my phone propped up. The keyboard's kind of in the way here. There we go. Okay, shit. God damn it.
Can I get
I might might have been pretty good. I am picking up my phone at the beginning, but I think I went menace mode for sure. Actually, the beginning where I prop my phone up adds some kind of authenticity to it in a way. I don't know if it's like a millennial pause or kind of makes it seem like this video was totally off the cuff. Like I wasn't even planning on recording this. I'm just setting my phone up because I'm getting so pissed off. Well, I guess I'll just finish her up then. Oh, there's still sound. Can I make the sound stop now?
Please?
Okay, I guess I can't. So is it just gonna be that then? That's not good. That's not funny. That's just weird. That's just me straight up asking Jake to fight. Okay. Maybe I can record it in my camera roll and then add it in the editor. Hey Jake, I just wanted to say, I didn't mean what I said back there. I don't think you're a baby. I think you're awesome. And we don't have to fight. We could just hang out sometime if you want to. Anyway, here's a funny video I found. Okay, now I have to actually find a funny video and add it in here somehow. Funny video I found. Hell yeah.
Can I get a
Hey Jake, I just wanted to say, I didn't mean what I said back there. I don't think you're a baby. I think you're awesome. And we don't have to fight. We could just hang out sometime if you want to. Anyway, here's a funny video I found. Yeah, I think it's perfect. And I think it's ready to post, and I'm not worried at all about what people will think when I post this. So I think after I create all the TikToks, we can take a look at some of the responses to them. Okay, next TikTok. My daughter being in a toxic relationship. Hashtag POV, a pack sticks up for each other. One of my favorite things about this TikTok is how many people show up. I thought it was just gonna be the dad at first, but then more and more characters keep coming in. It kind of makes the dad seem a little less badass. Like, no wonder the boyfriend's scared. He is severely outnumbered. I also love how the uncle comes into frame by touching the brother's shoulder, but it's obviously just his own hand touching his own shoulder. You know you're in for trouble when you feel your uncle tap your shoulder. You know how uncles do? Now, the weird thing about this one is that I actually don't know if this guy has kids. I actually don't think he does, but I do still think that there's something we can take away from this video. The whole concept of a pack sticking together. Oh, are they wolves? Oh, I think they're werewolves, and that's why it says a pack sticks up for each other. And that's why all their eyes turn blue, this horrifying shade of blue, and the dad has on a wolf necklace. So they must be wolves. They've got wolf eyes. Wolves have blue eyes, right? Oh, wait. They don't. Wolves have brown eyes, it looks like. I must be thinking of huskies. Oh yeah, huskies have blue eyes. Are they huskies? Leave her alone, buddy. Unless you want to get strapped to a sled and pulled very fast over a great distance. If this happened in real life, do you think that the boyfriend would even hear the dad? He's screaming and the dad is whispering. He has a few other TikToks where he plays the role of a dad navigating a kind of tricky situation with his daughter. I guess this genre is just fantasizing about having like a teenage child and something awkward or scary happening with that child. And also you have to look really badass and you do have to be part dog. Got it, can do. Before I film this one, I actually have a much more important POV I need to film first. POV, that moment when you're sponsored by Opera. Opera makes other browsers look like that evil boy in that last TikTok. All alone and useless. Meanwhile, Opera looks like the family because Opera has so many useful features built in that it's so much more than just a browser. You've got Aria, Opera's native browser AI, which lets you get clear answers instantly. Highlight any term on the web and ask Aria to explain it. The great thing is Aria is connected to the web and can provide real-time information, unlike a lot of other AI models. Tab islands are huge for helping me stay organized while I'm working on a video. If I have several TikToks open, a couple of Google Docs, email, I can collapse them into context-based groups automatically. I don't know what accent this is supposed to be. One thing I didn't even realize I needed until I got Opera was a built-in ad blocker. It makes articles look so much more clean, which actually makes my videos look better, because when I screen record an article, there's not distracting ads all over the place. And it's super easy to turn on with just one click. If you're working on multiple projects at once, you can create entirely separate workspaces that you can switch between easily using customizable buttons on the sidebar. I don't like having a ton of browser windows open at the same time. It's super distracting and hard to sort through. So in my opinion, this this is a much better solution. So if you want to check out Opera, then use my link below to download Opera today. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Opera. Now let's film this TikTok. Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about how I could make this TikTok kind of my own, you know? Take everything I like about the toxic daughter boyfriend TikTok and amplify it. So first thing we're gonna do is the amount of family that shows up. I liked how much it was in the first video. We're gonna double it. We're just gonna have a ton of people show up. We're gonna have the dad, of course, the brother, an uncle. Uncle's here! A second cousin, a third niece, maybe. Also, I think instead of like a toxic boyfriend, the daughter's just gonna be getting mugged. I think that would elevate the stakes a little bit higher. And then, you know, in the original TikTok, they didn't even turn into werewolves. Their eyes just turned blue, which, granted, that would be very scary if that happened to you, but I feel like they were trying to get at something there, but they didn't quite get there. So, in my TikTok, they're gonna actually turn into animals because there's filters on the TikTok that can turn you into animals. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do it now. So I think what would be even cooler than turning into a wolf is if I turn into a horse. And I know that there's horse filters on TikTok. I have one saved here, where if you open your mouth, you turn into a horse. So I'm gonna use this. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I look gorgeous. And then everyone just starts turning into horses, dude. The daughter turns into a horse. Uncle's gotta turn into a horse. And last but not least, the mugger has to apologize, of course. Let's go, baby. Now all I have to do is edit this, and it's gonna be ready to go. Now this dad is a whole different type of dad. His name is Brian B. Toe. I thought Toe might be his last name, but the way it's spelled out in his profile actually makes it seem like Buto is his last name. I thought B was just his middle initial till I saw this just now. Say what you want about Brian, but he do be Toe. And I think there's a lot we can learn from Brian's TikTok. Stuck in a generation where loyalty is just a tattoo and being fake is a lifestyle. Where the real ones at? Man, Brian's so cool. I thought he was a teenager for a second because of how cool he's dressed. Hey guys, I'm just skateboarding with my backpack to school. Work. I hope my teacher is cool today. Oh, boss. Sorry, I'm just a kid at heart. Also, I just got in a really bad skateboarding accident and hit my head real bad. Can you drive me to the hospital? I don't like this angle. Why is he so much higher up than us? Are we a child in this video? Are we his child?
Son, where are the real ones? What have you done with the real ones, son?
I'm not even sure how the caption and the video are related. They seem like totally separate things. I'm so sick of my generation. So I've decided to join yours. I'm a teenager now. In fact, I'm so young that my kids are my... All right. Now, obviously, I don't like this video. I don't like it one bit. But I'm mature enough to realize that I'm not the target demographic for this video. This video is for MILFs. 'Cause you a MILF. And I'm not a MILF. I'm at most a dill. I'm just a dad you would like. And the MILFs in the comments are loving it. Yes, you still got it. Where you been all my life? Damn, my kind of guy. More power to him, I guess. The one thing that I can't get over is the setting in which he's making this video. Are you in public? It looks like he's just in the lobby of a hotel making the absolute thirstiest video I've ever seen. You need to get to your room ASAP, dude. You are too horny to be in public. I like this guy in the background. The second he realizes he's in this video, he steps out of frame because he's like, oop, I can't be in this. Oop, get me out of here, this guy's too horny. The caption is still got it, which is a little confusing to me because usually you would say that about something you used to do when you were young. Brian, did you used to do this when you were young? They didn't have iPhones back then. Who were you doing this to, man? The reason so many people are single and not in relationships today is because we're looking for that 90s love in a 2023's hookup culture. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, man, that's fine. Where are you? What's going on in the background here? I'm looking for that 90s love. The kind of girl that doesn't just want to hook up, but wants to go on a date to the giant dirt pile in town. I love that dirt pile. I wish I could date the dirt pile, but she's taken. Hey, get out of here! She's mine! Okay, this is good research. I feel like I'm starting to get what this guy is all about. It's a lot of like pouring your heart out on the internet. Some of it could possibly be on the verge of oversharing, but he's expressing his feelings. He's looking badass while he's doing it. It's like this emotional vulnerability mixed with this cool, mysterious bravado of being alone at the giant dirt pile.
Oh, 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 yeah. Da, da, da.
Okay. No, that's cool, man. Look, I obviously think that, you know, that's kind of a scary joke to make, but again, this video isn't for me. Oh, uh-oh. Oh God, Brian. The MILFs aren't liking it either. This guy is not funny. My first reaction, ew. Brian, you're scaring the MILFs, man. So I'm unaware of any gigantic piles of dirt near where I live. If there are any, I guess I'm just not cool enough to know where they are. So I'm here at the woods. Figured that would be an equally strange location to film this TikTok. So we've got strange location, the woods. We're going to have sort of a nostalgic / oversharing caption, which I'm still not sure what that's gonna be yet, but I can just figure that out while I'm editing it. I don't have to do that now. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the video, which is good. And then I also have to appeal to the youth. I have to try to make myself seem like a kid, which usually I'm not very good at, but I went to Walmart and I went to the kids section and I found some stuff that I think is gonna do the trick. Brian had a skateboard in his video, and so I bought a scooter. They didn't have any skateboards. I don't know if this is maybe a little bit too young for the demographic I'm trying to reach, but the box said ages 2 to 5. So I'm just gonna sort of pretend to be shredding it up out here at the beginning of the TikTok. By the way, I am like 75% sure that there's poison ivy under my feet right now that I'm very much trying to avoid. And I think I have, but my legs just feel itchy even just being near it. This was actually a horrible idea. Anyway, the hat. It says Fortnite on it. Can you see that? It says Fortnite on it. I found it at Walmart in the little boys section and I thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is gonna appeal to all the kids. So I've got my scooter, I've got my Fortnite, and I'm ready to have some fun. Let's film a TikTok. Okay, I think I'll just pretend to be ripping it up over here and then I walk towards the camera, all cool. I for sure stepped in the poison ivy that time. Very cool. Why does this hat make me look like a pilgrim? It's like such a flat brim hat that it's gone past looking cool and gone towards looking like a full-on pilgrim hat. I am a Fortnite pilgrim. This one's just kind of a fun one. It's just a picture Shaq posted with like 20 seconds of music and then 20 seconds of silence. I don't know. Could be the move. All right, this TikTok is by a dad by the name of My Life, not yours. So in case you were confused, this isn't you. Yes, dude, thank you. This is the kind of energy I'm looking for. When your kids need you, you drop everything. And you don't walk, you don't run, you don't even drive. You jump through the air like a giant bunny and you land right where they are. I guess we don't see where he lands. It would be kind of funny if it like cut to a reverse angle and he just landed at the bar. But one TikTok in, I am liking this guy's style. So I guess the way I describe this dad is like action hero dad, mystical sorcerer dad. Either way, he's killing it, and I really like his vibe. He's always getting himself into insane situations like this one.
Happy Easter, everyone.
So funny about how nonchalantly he says Happy Easter and then teleports himself into the UFO and kamikazes himself. Like, did he know that was gonna happen? Based on how chill he was, I kind of feel like he didn't. Happy Easter, guys. Oh, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Ah! You know, I started watching this guy because he mentioned his kids and I was like, oh cool, dad content. But in hindsight, he actually doesn't mention his kids very often. So I guess they don't need help that often because that's the only reason he mentioned them in the first video. He's actually kind of got a lot of other shit going on. He's always defending the earth from some kind of cosmic threat, it seems. And after all these TikToks where he's harnessing magical powers and defending the earth, you'd think that his kids would have some pretty nice stuff to say about him, right? You'd think they'd be pretty grateful, huh? Wrong. As dads, you know, we give and we give, but are we ever truly appreciated? No. My 7-month-old baby did the same thing to me. I was floating around in the spirit realm forever. It took me days to get back into my body. To take a step back for a second here, can we all appreciate how epic his editing is? I mean, this is pretty good. Also, the first time I saw this, I was like, holy shit, how high did this dude jump for this video? This man may be old, but he's still got it. But after watching it a couple times, I think that he's reversed the video and he's jumping off of something high onto the ground. Either that or this whole thing's real. I can't discount that possibility. I like this guy's videos a lot because I feel like we actually are cut from the same cloth in a way. I have always been obsessed with visual effects. I had a YouTube channel for this kind of stuff when I was a teenager. I would do this type of stuff, practice visual effects. I would do tutorials for effects.
Hey everybody, this is Danny Gonzalez, and today I'm going to be doing an After Effects tutorial.
I would watch every behind the scenes of like blockbuster movies that I could get my hands on. So I admire this dad's passion. It kind of takes me back in my own life to a simpler time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm pretty excited for this one. My favorite of his TikToks was the UFO one, so that's the one that I want to replicate. I'm gonna have like a UFO or a giant spaceship in the background right here. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna teleport onto the spaceship and blow it up or something. One thing I really want to replicate is how casually he did it. Like he didn't even know that it was about to happen. I think I just want to kind of like casually stroll up to the camera, kind of maybe wink at the camera. Or no, winking would imply that I know something is gonna happen. Maybe I'm just having a stroll, having a great day, and then I teleport up to the UFO. Would it be funny if I teleport without my clothes? That would really make it seem like I did not know this was gonna happen. Or maybe I did, but at the very least I thought I'd be able to bring my clothes with me. Like you see me teleport and my hoodie is still here and it just drops to the ground. And then how should it start? Should it have something to do with like when my kids need me or something like that? The caption could say something badass like when our way of life is threatened, I'm the man for the job. And then I teleport buck naked up to the UFO and am immediately shamed by the aliens for my tiny butt. All right, let's try this. Okay, and then I'm gonna take off my hoodie, put it right where I was, and then drop it. Okay. There was a person walking by while I was doing that. What do you think she thought? What sense could that possibly make to the average person? Maybe she knew what I was up to. She did look kind of older. Maybe she has a husband that does this kind of thing. All right, well, I'm happy with that. Also, I want to go home. Great. Now that all of the TikToks have been recorded, edited, and posted, let's see how people responded to them. We're gonna go from the least viewed video to the most viewed video, starting off with Addison Rae's dad. So this is the first video that I posted, and it is by far the least liked out of any of the TikToks. It has 45,000 likes. I think people were just confused. Nobody really got the reference. The general consensus amongst the audience is that I'm going insane. Second most liked comment is, "Nurse, he's out again? Is everything okay at home, Danny?" Okay, I was doing these TikToks to make myself seem like a really cool, awesome dad, and kind of feel like it's not working based on that comment. Oh my god, he's lost it. What is he planning? Or is he just having fun on TikTok? All right, he's either planning a video where this is some kind of satire, or he's actually just having some fun, challenging Jake Paul to a fight, begging him to meet up, and sharing some funny videos. Maybe this is just who Danny is now. Okay, next up was the Shaq TikTok. Lots of people praising my very calm demeanor in this picture. You look so comfy and at ease. You don't look terrified for your life at all. Looks like they were really nice. And then one kind of eerie comment. Please don't die, I love your content. Do they know something that I don't know? I look closer and this was posted by my doctor. Oh no, he's actually been commenting a lot on here. He says, the test results just came back, it's not looking good. Love your content though. Also, was Ice Spice cool? Just feel like there's better ways he could have contacted me. Someone said, is this real? And then someone commented under it, no, it's AI. Look at Ice Spice and Taylor's eyes, or the guy on the right, his hands, or the sunglasses just floating on his shirt. So I guess he's talking about this guy, saying, no, it's clearly AI. Just look at this dude. Which, is kind of fucked up, because it's not AI, that's just a real guy. Everything in the image is real except me. And even I am real. I'm a real person. I just wasn't in that picture. It's kind of interesting as AI has gotten more popular how whenever anything is fake now, all of the comments are AI. It used to be whenever something was fake, all of the comments were Photoshop. Even if it was a video, it would always be attributed to Photoshop, and now it's AI. Even in this case, when it was actually Photoshop, the accusation that gets thrown out is AI. It's just kind of something interesting I noticed. After I posted that TikTok, I was starting to get a little bit worried. I started this video with hopes of becoming the coolest TikTok dad on the platform before it got deleted. And based on these comments, I was beginning to worry that being a good dad didn't have anything to do with TikToks or Ice Spice. But don't worry, the comments on this UFO video fixed all of that. Thank you, Danny, we all say in unison. A modern Shakespeare brought tears to my eyes. I saw this on the news, so heartbreaking. Thank you for saving our children, Danny. Wow, this gave me chills. The things we'll do to protect our children. I mean, I don't exactly know what you did in this video, but thank you for doing it. You definitely did something to protect our children, I think. I would unironically watch this as a movie. Yeah, this TikTok was good, but I just wish it took 2 hours. Oh, Danny, where do I even begin? You are the light to my world. You are the sunshine, Danny, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Can't talk, saving the world. All right, second place, the silver medal of dad TikToks goes to the scooter in the woods TikTok. Raking in a whopping 1.1 million views, 295,000 likes. People are really vibing with oversharing strange location dad. One fun thing about posting all of these videos is seeing people comment trying to guess what the video I'm working on might be about based on all of these seemingly unrelated TikToks. None of them have anything to do with each other, so people's guesses were all over the place. But the most common guess, and the one that had the most likes on this particular post was, I'm guessing these videos are him doing AI prompts and seeing which ones go the most viral. Which I think, in a way, goes to show how far AI has come, where I'm replicating real videos that people have made, albeit adding my own little comic twist to them, and people assume that they were generated by an AI. It either goes to show how good AI is, or how bad I am. Either one. Someone said, too creeped out by Danny's facial expressions to even read the words. That's right, baby, that's my whole plan. I creep you out so much with my facial expressions that you don't even get a chance to notice I just admitted to burying someone in the woods. And finally, my most popular TikTok with 1.6 million views, POV Dad. With such praise as, this has to be for a video, and Danny, this is brain rot. You know, as a father, it's really important to me to have a positive impact on the minds of the next generation, so it means a lot to me that you would say that. Wonder what the new video is gonna be. What, a guy can't just fantasize about his imaginary daughter getting mugged and then his ragtag family coming to her rescue without people getting suspicious? I think that really says something about society today, and as soon as I figure out what it says, I'm gonna be pissed. Look, at the end of the day, we can laugh and giggle at all of these TikToks, but I think it's important what I learned from all of this, which is nothing. But you know what? I love being a dad. It is the best part of my life. I love it so much. And being a dad is an important job. And if you're a dad and you're working hard to give your kids a good life, there's nothing wrong with getting online every once in a while and posting a silly video or two. Sometimes you just gotta post on TikTok to take the edge off, baby. So here's to all the dads out there. I will toast my Dr. Pepper Zero to you. Clink! Alright, well thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of Please Stop Trying to Give Birth at Disneyland. Please. Did you guys know about this? I just found out this is a thing. Women are trying to give birth at Disneyland in order to get a free lifetime pass. Don't do that. As I'm sure you guys are aware, because Disney is such a huge company with so many adoring fans and people love going to Disneyland, there are a ton of like urban legends and lore surrounding the Disney parks. You guys may have heard of some of the more outlandish ones, like there's one that like Walt Disney's head is like frozen and buried somewhere at Disneyland or something, or like it's like Buzz Lightyear's head on the Toy Story ride or something like that. But today I wanted to sort of dive into some of the urban legends surrounding the Disney parks. Mostly the strange things that Disney adults do at the Disney parks. Although some of these things are so weird that I hesitate to call these people Disney adults, some of these things are a little extreme. Kind of feel like I should call them something else. These people are like Disney extremists or something, I don't know. The first one, like I said, women flock to Disneyland to give birth and get a lifetime free ticket, which is such a bad idea on its face. Like, please give birth in a hospital, give birth where there are like medical professionals around and not like a chipmunk. And the worst part of it is obviously this perk is an urban myth and does not exist. This is not a real thing. Laboring women have shown up at Disneyland in the hope that their bub will be born there and get a lifetime free ticket. But guess what? That perk is an urban myth and does not exist. Important to note, this article is Australian. That's why they're calling the baby bub. They're talking about a baby there. They're not talking about like a bottle of champagne or something. I'm going to Disneyland and giving birth to that bubbly dude, which is also what I call having a fart. I just gave birth to a bubbly. As a veteran of the pregnancy game, I know for sure that the journey to motherhood, okay, that's a weird way to say I've given birth before, or just that I am a mom. As a veteran to the pregnancy game. So you have kids, right? Me? Yep, yeah, that's right. I've done 3 tours of pregnancy. I've seen shit you cannot imagine. The pain, the screaming. Yeah, I've heard childbirth can be pretty tough. The innocent lives lost. Oh. What? The airstrikes. So many civilian casualties. Are we still talking about giving birth? Yes. Laboring women are racing to Disneyland's gates in hopes that if their baby is born there, they will secure their child a lifetime pass. Okay, so the article goes on to describe that there are people that have given birth at Disneyland before, and people have tried to replicate it and give birth at Disneyland, and they've gotten caught, and it hasn't gone well. I do feel like the article is over-exaggerating, though, saying that laboring women are racing to Disneyland's gates. Like, pregnant women have, like, the baby already coming out and they're shoving it back in, like running into Disneyland. There's just like a crowd of angry mothers-to-be banging on the gates in front of Disneyland. Let us in! We must release our spawn! Like making a break to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride to do a water birth. I just feel like they're exaggerating a little bit. I don't know if I would characterize it quite like that. So you're probably wondering how this rumor started. Like, did Disney ever at one point give a lifetime pass to someone whose baby was born at Disneyland? Well, I will let this TikTok explain that.
Today in Disney history, the very first Disneyland baby was born. Rosa Salcedo gave birth to a 6-pound, 10-ounce baby girl on a bench on Main Street, USA, right outside of the Plaza Inn. Can you imagine visiting Disneyland as a family of 2 and coming out as a family of 3?
Yeah, I can actually. But not because I'm gonna give birth. I'm gonna kidnap Donald Duck. You're my child now, Donald. The perfect happy family of 3. Husband, wife, and my uncle Donald Duck, who I've been holding at gunpoint for the past 16 years.
There have been 4 babies born at Disneyland, and all of them have been girls, but only one has their own Disneyland birth certificate.
So that might not have sounded significant, but that's actually how the rumor started. The first baby that was born there, Teresa, got a birth certificate that was just like a Disney birth certificate that says like, this is the first baby to ever be born at Disneyland. And I guess like word got out that this baby got some kind of special certificate, and then people just started assuming like, oh, that's a lifetime pass. That baby got a lifetime pass. And from that moment on, has just been a rumor that if you give birth at Disneyland, your baby gets a lifetime free pass. So honestly, if you're like that big of a Disney fan and you do this, you don't even get a lifetime pass. You still have to pay to go to Disneyland. It's just your baby that gets in for free. And I kind of feel like babies get in for free to Disneyland anyway. Is that true? Children under the age of 3 get in free to all 4 theme parks and 2 water parks at Disney World. There you go. You want your kid to get in free to Disneyland? A better conspiracy would be just pretend they're 3 years old for their entire life. That shit could actually work. The article goes on to talk about a time where someone has tried to sneak in to give birth at Disneyland, and they hid in the bathroom while going into labor until I guess employees had to like assure her that her baby would not be getting a lifetime pass, and then she was like, oh, okay, fine, then I'll just go to the hospital. Once they assured her that she would not be receiving a lifetime passport, she came out and accepted the ambulance ride to Western Medical Center where her baby was born shortly thereafter. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of sounds like she failed the test. If you know anything about Disneyland, you know how well the cast members there, all of the employees, all the staff, all the people in costumes are trained to like respond to every circumstance. It sounds like you just entered the giving birth at Disneyland experience, and honestly, you didn't make it to the end where you get the prize. It also says that this discussion board, The Laughing Place, has some hilarious forum chats about this topic. So I guess other people have been like sharing stories about this happening on this forum, but when I clicked on it, it turns out that it doesn't exist anymore, which kind of sucks because I wanted to find out more times that this has happened, but honestly, it is probably for the best. Kind of sounds like they were talking about some pretty sick shit in there. You think you're gonna go to a Disney forum and see people talking about like, my favorite movie's Coco, but instead you see people talking about like, I'm gonna give birth inside of Pluto's house. I'm gonna go to Disneyland and get fucked by Goofy, and then Goofy's gonna be the father of my child, and I'm gonna give birth on It's a Small World. And I'm gonna make Elmer Fudd cut the umbilical cord. Is Elmer Fudd a Disney character? I actually don't think he is, but he's gonna be there anyway. And then me and my freak mutant, half goofy, half human child will both get lifetime passes. Free pass for life for my little freak. Passes or not, being born in Disneyland is a pretty cool claim. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. The way this is written, it kind of makes it sound like, so you might not get a free pass, but I don't know, it's worth a shot. You might want to do it anyway, just for shits. I've actually found a little bit of discussion about this on TikTok as well.
Quick question. What's stopping me from giving birth in Disney World? Like in the Magic Kingdom, on a ride, in the up couple.
I think this TikTok in particular is a joke, but the comments under this TikTok are actually very interesting. I went into labor at Disney. They were not cool about it. And people like responded asking her to elaborate, and she goes on to detail her experience going into labor at Disney. And from her experience, it kind of sounds like the second anybody starts going into labor at Disney now because of this conspiracy, the entire staff immediately flips and like makes it their top priority to get you out of the park and like to a hospital to give birth. And I guess that sometimes they can be so rushed trying to get you out of the park that it comes off as rude, but obviously they're just like concerned for your health. They also don't want this rumor escalating of like people giving birth getting a free pass. And also it's just like people in sweaty mascot costumes trying to not deliver a baby because that's not their job. So sometimes I guess it comes off as rude. But the funny thing is, from this woman's entire explanation, it sounds like she didn't even know that this urban legend was a thing. So in her head, I guess she just like broke some unspoken rule at Disneyland that she had no idea about and made the entire staff of the happiest place on earth turn on her in an instant, which is so funny to me. Hello there, what can I get for you? Yeah, can I just get a medium root beer, please? Oh, great. Oh, great, another guy here to put his balls in the root beer. What? Hey everybody, this guy right here is about to pull out his big fat balls in front of everyone, in front of a bunch of children, and put his balls in a glass of root beer. Why would I do that? Don't play dumb. I'm not playing dumb. I am dumb in this situation. You've clearly heard that if you put your stupid fat balls— why do you keep calling them fat— in the root beer at Disneyland, you get to spend the night with Minnie Mouse. Oh, what the fuck? No, I just wanted some root beer. Is that true? No, it's an urban legend. But no matter how many times we tell people it's not true, we still get perverts like you coming to Disneyland, ordering root beer just so they can put their stupid— don't call them fat— fat balls in it! Oh, come on, man, don't cry. I already am. Why do you still sell root beer if this keeps happening? Because if you shit in the root beer, you actually do get a free fast pass for Space Mountain. Okay, I don't want to put my balls in root beer, and I definitely don't want to shit in the root beer, okay? I legitimately just want to drink some root beer. Oh. Sorry, my bad, man. I didn't know. Okay, well, that's literally what I asked for, so here you go. Ah, what the fuck is that? It's Walt Disney's head. You said the secret code, so here's his head. No, root beer. What? I wanted root beer. I wanted to drink root beer. So no head? No. Overall, pretty disappointing that anyone actually believed this in the first place. In what world would Disney want to foster an environment where mothers are coming into their park, their theme park, to try to give birth? Especially if they're not like billing it back to the person that gave birth and being like, okay, here's your hospital bill, and because it's Disney, it was $1 million. Now, by now, it should be no surprise to you that there are some people in this world that want to spend every waking moment of their lives at Disneyland, especially their most precious moments in life, which is why you can also get married at Disneyland.
Let's take a look at some of the craziest places you can get married at Disney World. Starting at $12,000, you can get married at the Haunted Mansion in Disney World.
But just like expecting mothers trying to sneak into the bathroom to pop out a quick person, couples are of course also trying to cheat the system and avoid paying to have their wedding at Disney. So they'll just like sneak in with like themselves, maybe a couple family members and an officiant, and just like have the wedding in like a somewhat secluded area of the park. Here we have an article that details a San Diego couple sharing their secret Disneyland wedding story. Not many people can say they secretly got married in Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle. 2 years ago, Gabriel and Andrea had been saving up for their dream wedding at Disneyland. However, when they began looking for wedding options at the park, the couple said that the cheapest option was $12,000. Instead, they decided to spend their life savings on a house. Great move, honestly. No complaints so far. That's a very wise choice. So Gabriel and Andrea decided to have a secret wedding at Disneyland. The couple gathered Gabriel's oldest daughter, an ordained minister, a witness, and packed their bags, heading for Disneyland for what they called a guerrilla-style wedding. Now, I don't know much about weddings. I've only had one, but I do know that you don't generally want to have them guerrilla-style. Like when we were planning our wedding, that word almost never came up, I don't think. Just imagining them describing their wedding afterwards, like, yeah, it was so romantic. We hid in the bushes for 8 hours in the hot Florida sun wearing camo paint, waiting for the crowds to die down. You know, just sort of waiting out the crowds and the gunshots, the airstrikes. Airstrikes? Then we popped out and I said I do. Happiest day of my life. Here's my favorite picture of the big day. Now buckle up because this next urban legend is about to get nasty. Quite literally, this is disgusting. Like I said, the most devoted Disney fans would probably spend forever at Disney if they could, but maybe they can. For years and years, the Haunted Mansion has been the home to an endless supply of Disney myths and legends. But the attraction's most prevalent and persistent rumor is that guests regularly spread the remains of their friends and family inside the ride. This can't be true though, right? It is 100% true. Yes, that is right, and I don't want to bash anybody's final wishes. I know that that's a very personal thing, but spreading human remains in a public place that people are like walking around and touching? Please don't do that. Or you know what, I should say, because I feel bad for people who are just trying to honor their dead relatives' wishes or whatever. If you're alive still and you're watching this video and that's gonna be in your will, please take it out. Don't make people do that on your behalf. Honestly, I am a little relieved that people are sticking to like spreading ashes at least, because there are a lot of different ways to dispose of a body. It was actually my grandpa's greatest wish to be laid to rest at Disney. Oh, that's sweet. You're gonna scatter his ashes around at the park? Not exactly. The Haunted Mansion probably has so much human ashes in it, it's not even funny, said one Disneyland custodian. Blah! That is the nastiest thing. Oh my God. Don't do that. Do not do that. Please.
People scatter their loved ones' ashes in the Disney parks monthly. Can you imagine just like being on a ride and the person next to you is dumping out ashes? Disney employees are literally aware of this too. They have to follow special protocols every time this happens. The custodians are used to identifying and vacuuming up these ashes.
I don't know why I was surprised to hear they vacuum them up. Of course they do. It's a literal human corpse, basically. Of course they get rid of it. The people who are like requesting this happen to their bodies must know this, right? They must know that some custodian that does not willingly work in like a morgue or something is going to have to take care of that. This sounds awful for everyone. If you're the custodian, you have to vacuum it up, but if you're the person that just lost someone you care about, you have to know that they're just gonna vacuum it up. They might even make you watch. They have you come identify all the places that you scattered the remains, and then they just like make eye contact with you while they're vacuuming it up. This is going in the garbage now. We're gonna throw this in the garbage now. Say bye-bye. So when you're laying them to rest in the happiest place on earth, you're actually condemning them to forever in the suckiest place in the world. Yes, that is a very funny joke.
And people will put them anywhere too. Like flower beds, bushes, the lawn at Magic Kingdom, outside the park gates.
Outside the park gates? They'll put this shit anywhere too, outside the park gates, on the highway on the way home, the McDonald's across the street, Universal Studios, shit anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I feel so bad for the employees that have to deal with this, honestly. That would be so scary. Honestly, even as a patron, I honestly like going to Disneyland every once in a while. I think it's pretty fun. But next time I go, I am going to be terrified that I'm like touching human remains at all times. Especially now knowing that they put them everywhere. I'm gonna be eating a turkey leg and wondering like, is this actually some guy's leg?
They're most frequently dispersed around the Haunted Mansion, which is kind of perfect if you ask me.
Okay, this girl's actually a little bit too into it. But now this whole ashes thing, which is not really an urban legend, is actually true, has actually spawned urban legends out of it, as you can see here.
Have you heard of the legend of the crying boy at the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland? The story goes a mother spread her son's ashes without permission from Disneyland, and you can see him crying as you're exiting the ride.
Spooky. I wonder why he's crying. Maybe because his ashes are in a vacuum. Maybe because he was a little boy and his mom spread his ashes in the scariest ride at Disneyland. The mom was like, yeah, my son used to love this ride. Every time we would get on it, he would be screaming and crying and shaking because he was so happy and excited. So I decided this is the perfect place for him to spend the rest of eternity. In a rundown castle of pure terror. It's what my darling little boy would have wanted. All in all, it seems to me that Disney, this giant corporation that owns like every media property known to man, has their grubby little fingers wrapped around people a little bit too tightly. It's like you already have every movie and TV show. Do you really need people like begging to spend their entire lives at your theme park also? But even still, with people spreading their loved ones' ashes at Disney, people trying to give birth at Disney just to get free tickets, Disney is still trying their best to immerse you in their parks as much as possible to make you never want want to leave. Recently, Disney opened up the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, which is a Star Wars hotel and experience. I think it's like a 2 or 3 day long experience where you are like in this hotel. There's like a story that you have to follow about shit going on around you. It seems very immersive, and to a pretty big Star Wars fan, honestly, it sounds pretty cool. But it is also $5,000, and instead of windows, your room has a screen that just shows a video of outer space playing. So, you know, just keep that in mind that you might go insane while you're in this place. With no concept of night or day, you just have to adhere to the Star Wars pre-approved activities. There's like stormtroopers patrolling the halls at all times. It's kind of like they wanted to build a Star Wars hotel, but they built a prison instead. I read through some of the Google reviews for this hotel. It's only been open for a little bit, so there's not that much to go off of. And honestly, there are a lot of 5-star reviews of people who seemingly really enjoyed it. I did think that this review was really funny. This person gave it a 1 out of 5, and they said, thought the experience was fun, but not worth the price. There are too many missions to keep track of, and you are always missing something. It kind of seems like they got like too immersed in the story and like started to believe that they really needed to complete these missions. This sounds more like the review of a disgruntled employee that like works on a spaceship. There are too many fucking missions, man. There's too much shit to do. The hyperdrive is gonna fail, and I need to fix that, not to mention the First Order's breathing down my fucking neck, trying to get me to give away the location of my comrade. This place is fucking stressful. I think my favorite thing I've seen come out of this Star Wars hotel is this apparently now deleted ad for the experience that says, strike unlikely alliances in your very own Star Wars story. Apparently when you come in, you can decide if you want to be like on the good side or the bad side. So this ad, holy shit, this place is metal, dude. This goes hard. It's crazy to me that you actually can choose to be on the side of like the evil intergalactic fascists, basically. You and your preteen daughter can don First Order uniforms and betray one of your favorite character's trusts, Chewbacca, giving away his location and leading the First Order directly to him, who will take him away to be tortured and then eventually executed. It might be a little too immersive. It might be. We're gonna start hearing people come back and you're gonna be like, how was your trip? You went to the Star Wars hotel, right? And they'll be like, the guilt over my actions will haunt me forever. But I did what I had to do. It was honestly fucking sick. I loved it. And honestly, like, if someone offered to bring me there for free, would I go? Yes, I probably would. Yeah, honestly, I would like to go 100%. I would like to go. And as if living in an intergalactic prison day-to-day life is curated by Disney. Oh gosh. I feel like we have so much chemistry together. Me too. This has been great. This date was a lot of fun. I really haven't connected with anyone like this in a long time. Fantastic. How likely would you be to recommend this experience to a friend? What? On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate my performance? Performance? I thought you were just like genuinely interested in me, like romantically. Oh, perfect. So a 10 then? I really opened up to you. And you opened up to me. That's all just part of the story living experience. It's Disney magic. So that whole story you told me about how sad you were that you had to release your pet into the wild because it had grown to be wild. That was the plot of The Fox and the Hound. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Thank you for riding Disney's Love Connection. Please make sure you pick up all your belongings as you exit the ride.
Are you an animatronic?
Please do not try to fuck any of the animatronics.
Are you all animatronic?
Have a lovely day here at
Am I the only person that lives here? Anyway, that's the end of the video. It's time to talk about our sponsor. What's up? It's me, a hacker, and I'm so excited to steal your data because you don't have today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. You see, sending data over an unencrypted network is a lot like sending a postcard. There's no envelope to cover up your info and protect your sacred message. So any old creep with a little bit of basic computer knowledge and a little bit of free time can come along and check out all of your private information. I'm talking passwords, financial details, hell, emails. I'm gonna look at all of it. I'm doing it right now. Hey guys, I was just kidding. It's just me, Danny. Well, I wasn't kidding about most of it actually. Just the part about me being a hacker, but the rest of it is true. Oh, there's not enough light on my face now. Can I just sort of illuminate my face with this? Luckily, today's sponsor, ExpressVPN, is here to help. Because ExpressVPN encrypts all of your network data with their best-in-class encryption. It would literally take a hacker using a supercomputer billions of years to crack this encryption. ExpressVPN has the fastest speeds out there. They've got 24/7 customer support, and ExpressVPN is extremely easy to use. You can fire it up and get connected with just one click. I've got ExpressVPN on every device that can have it, just to have a little bit of extra peace of mind when I'm out and about, especially on public Wi-Fi. So if you want to find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free, then head on over to the link in the description. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you, ExpressVPN, so much for keeping us safe, but also sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. When you click on the link, it really helps to support my channel, so thank you for that. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my army here on YouTube. We are a ruthless army whose violence and terror knows no bounds. Please subscribe and turn on my notifications to join, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Drew? What the hell are you doing here?
I was gonna watch your video.
The one that I'm about to film?
Yeah, I watch all your videos.
Alright, well, I mean, do you want to come down here and be in it?
No, that's alright.
Okay, well, fine, that's okay. Sure.
Okay, I'll do it.
What's up, Greg? Welcome back to my YouTube channel here on youtube.gov. I'm here today. Thereafter. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of sounds like she failed the test. If you know anything about Disneyland, you know how well the cast members there, all of the employees, all the staff, all the people in costumes are trained to like respond to every circumstance. It sounds like you just entered the giving birth at Disneyland experience, and honestly, you didn't make it to the end where you get the prize. It also says that this discussion board, The Laughing Place, has some hilarious forum chats about this topic. So I guess other people have been like sharing stories about this happening on this forum, but when I clicked on it, it turns out that it doesn't exist anymore, which kind of sucks because I wanted to find out more times that this has happened, but honestly, it is probably for the best. Kind of sounds like they were talking about some pretty sick shit in there. You think you're gonna go to a Disney forum and see people talking about like, my favorite movie's Coco, but instead you see people talking about like, I'm gonna give birth inside of Pluto's house. I'm gonna go to Disneyland and get fucked by Goofy, and then Goofy's gonna be the father of my child, and I'm gonna give birth on It's a Small World. And I'm gonna make Elmer Fudd cut the umbilical cord. Is Elmer Fudd a Disney character? I actually don't think he is. But he's gonna be there anyway. And then me and my freak mutant, half Goofy, half human child will both get lifetime passes. Free pass for life for my little freak. Passes or not, being born in Disneyland is a pretty cool claim. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. The way this is written, it kind of makes it sound like, so you might not get a free pass, but I don't know, it's worth a shot. You might want to do it anyway, just for shits. I've actually found a little bit of discussion about this on TikTok as well.
Quick question, what's stopping me from giving birth in Disney World? Like in the Magic Kingdom, on a ride, in the Epcot ball?
I think this TikTok in particular is a joke, but the comments under this TikTok are actually very interesting. I went into labor at Disney. They were not cool about it. And people like responded asking her to elaborate, and she goes on to detail her experience going into labor at Disney. And from her experience, it kind of sounds like the second anybody starts going into labor at Disney now because of this conspiracy, the entire staff immediately flips and like makes it their top priority to get you out of the park and like to a hospital to give birth. And I guess that sometimes they can be so rushed trying to get you out of the park that it comes off as rude, but obviously they're just like concerned for your health. They also don't want this rumor escalating of like people giving birth getting a free pass. And also it's just like people in sweaty mascot costumes trying to not deliver a baby because that's not their job. So sometimes I guess it comes off as rude. But the funny thing is, from this woman's entire explanation, it sounds like she didn't even know that this urban legend was a thing. So in her head, I guess she just like broke some unspoken rule at Disneyland that she had no idea about and made the entire staff of the happiest place on earth turn on her in an instant, which is so funny to me. Hello there, what can I get for you? Yeah, can I just get a medium root beer, please? Oh, great. Oh, great, another guy here to put his balls in the root beer. What? Hey everybody, this guy right here is about to pull out his big fat balls in front of everyone, in front of a bunch of children, and put his balls in a glass of root beer. Why would I do that? Don't play dumb. I'm not playing dumb. I am dumb in this situation. You've clearly heard that if you put your stupid fat balls— why do you keep calling them fat— in the root beer at Disneyland, you get to spend the night with Minnie Mouse. Oh, what the fuck? No, I just wanted some root beer. Is that true? No! It's an urban legend! But no matter how many times we tell people it's not true, we still get perverts like you coming to Disneyland, ordering root beer just so they can put their stupid, don't call them fat balls in it! Oh, come on, man, don't cry.
I already am.
Why do you still sell root beer if this keeps happening?
Because if you shit in the root beer, you actually do get a free fast pass for Space Mountain.
Okay, I don't want to put my balls in root beer, and I definitely don't want to shit in the root beer, okay? I legitimately just want to drink some root beer.
Oh. Sorry, my bad, man. I didn't know.
Okay, well, that's literally what I asked for, so...
Here you go.
Ah! What the fuck is that? It's Walt Disney's head. You said the secret code, so here's his head.
No! Root beer!
What? I wanted root beer. I wanted to drink root beer.
So no head?
No! Overall, pretty disappointing that anyone actually believed this in the first place. In what world would Disney want to foster an environment where mothers are coming into their park, their theme park, to try to give birth? Especially if they're not like billing it back to the person that gave birth and being like, okay, here's your hospital bill, and because it's Disney, it was $1 million. Now, by now, it should be no surprise to you that there are some people in this world that want to spend every waking moment of their lives at Disneyland, especially their most precious moments in life, which is why you can also get married at Disneyland.
Let's take a look at some of the craziest places you can get married at Disney World. Starting at $12,000, you can get married at the Haunted Mansion in Disney World.
But just like expecting mothers trying to sneak into the bathroom to pop out a quick person. Couples are of course also trying to cheat the system and avoid paying to have their wedding at Disney. So they'll just like sneak in with like themselves, maybe a couple family members and an officiant, and just like have the wedding in like a somewhat secluded area of the park. Here we have an article that details a San Diego couple sharing their secret Disneyland wedding story. Not many people can say they secretly got married in Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle. 2 years ago, Gabriel and Andrea had been saving up for their dream wedding at Disneyland. However, when they began looking for wedding options at the park, the couple said that the cheapest option was $12,000. Instead, they decided to spend their life savings on a house. Great move, honestly. No complaints so far. That's a very wise choice. So Gabriel and Andrea decided to have a secret wedding at Disneyland. The couple gathered Gabriel's oldest daughter, an ordained minister, a witness, and packed their bags, heading for Disneyland for what they called a guerrilla-style wedding. Now, I don't know much about weddings. I've only had one, but I do know that you don't generally want to have them guerrilla-style. Like when we were planning our wedding, that word almost never came up, I don't think. Just imagining them describing their wedding afterwards, like, yeah, it was so romantic. We hid in the bushes for 8 hours in the hot Florida sun wearing camo paint, waiting for the crowds to die down. You know, just sort of waiting out the crowds and the gunshots, the airstrikes.
Airstrikes?
Then we popped out and I said I do. Happiest day of my life. Here's my favorite picture of the big day. Now buckle up because this next urban legend is about to get nasty. Quite literally, this is disgusting. Like I said, the most devoted Disney fans would probably spend forever at Disney if they could, but maybe they can. For years and years, the Haunted Mansion has been the home to an endless supply of Disney myths and legends. But the attraction's most prevalent and persistent rumor is that guests regularly spread the remains of their friends and family inside the ride. This can't be true though, right? It is 100% true. Yes, that is right, and I don't want to bash anybody's final wishes. I know that that's a very personal thing, but spreading human remains in a public place that people are like walking around and touching? Please don't do that. Or you know what, I should say, you know, because I feel bad for people who are just trying to honor their dead relatives' wishes or whatever. If you're alive still and you're watching this video and that's gonna be in your will, please take it out. Don't make people do that on your behalf. Honestly, I am a little relieved that people are sticking to like spreading ashes at least, because there are a lot of different ways to dispose of a body. It was actually my grandpa's greatest wish to be laid to rest at Disney. Oh, that's sweet. You're gonna scatter his ashes around at the park?
Not exactly.
The Haunted Mansion probably has so much human ashes in it, it's not even funny, said one Disneyland custodian. Bleh! That is the nastiest thing. Oh my God. Don't do that. Do not do that. Please.
People scatter their loved ones' ashes in the Disney parks monthly. Can you imagine just like being on a ride and the person next to you is dumping out ashes? Disney employees are literally aware of this too. They have to follow special protocols every time this happens. The custodians are used to identifying and vacuuming up these ashes.
I don't know why I was surprised to hear they vacuum them up. Of course they do. It's a literal human corpse, basically. Of course they get rid of it. The people who are like requesting this happen to their bodies must know this, right? They must know that some custodian that does not willingly work in like a morgue or something is going to have to take care of that. This sounds awful for everyone. If you're the custodian, you have to vacuum it up, but if you're the person that just lost someone you care about, you have to know that they're just gonna vacuum it up. They might even make you watch. They have you come identify all the places that you scattered the remains, and then they just like make eye contact with you while they're vacuuming it up. This is going in the garbage now. We're gonna throw this in the garbage now. Say bye-bye. So when you're laying them to rest in the happiest place on earth, you're actually condemning them to forever in the suckiest place in the world. Yes, that is a very funny joke.
And people will put them anywhere too. Like flower beds, bushes, the lawn at Magic Kingdom, outside the park gates.
Outside the park gates? They'll put this shit anywhere too, you know, outside the park gates, on the highway on the way home, the McDonald's across the street, Universal Studios, shit anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I feel so bad for the employees that have to deal with this, honestly. That would be so scary. Honestly, even as a patron, you know, I honestly like going to Disneyland every once in a while. I think it's pretty fun. But next time I go, I am going to be terrified that I'm like touching human remains at all times. Especially now knowing that they put them everywhere. I'm gonna be eating a turkey leg and wondering like, is this actually some guy's leg?
They're most frequently dispersed around the Haunted Mansion, which is kind of perfect if you ask me.
Okay, this girl's actually a little bit too into it. But now this whole ashes thing, which is not really an urban legend, is actually true, has actually spawned urban legends out of it, as you can see here.
Have you heard of the legend of the crying boy at the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland? The story goes a mother spread her son's ashes without permission from Disneyland, and you can see him crying as you're exiting the ride.
Spooky. I wonder why he's crying. Maybe because his ashes are in a vacuum. Maybe because he was a little boy and his mom spread his ashes in the scariest ride at Disneyland. The mom was like, yeah, my son used to love this ride. Every time we would get on it, he would be screaming and crying and shaking because he was so happy and excited. So I decided this is the perfect place for him to spend the rest of eternity. In a rundown castle of pure terror. It's what my darling little boy would have wanted. All in all, it seems to me that Disney, this giant corporation that owns like every media property known to man, has their grubby little fingers wrapped around people a little bit too tightly. It's like you already have every movie and TV show. Do you really need people like begging to spend their entire lives at your theme park also? But even still, with people spreading their loved ones' ashes at Disney, people trying to give birth at Disney just to get free tickets, Disney is still trying their best to immerse you in their parks as much as possible to make you never want to leave. Recently, Disney opened up the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, which is a Star Wars hotel and experience. I think it's like a 2 or 3 day long experience where you are like in this hotel. There's like a story that you have to follow about shit going on around you. It seems very immersive, and to a pretty big Star Wars fan, honestly, it sounds pretty cool. But it is also $5,000, and instead of windows, your room has a screen that just shows a video of outer space playing. So, you know, just keep that in mind that you might go insane while you're in this place. With no concept of night or day, you just have to adhere to the Star Wars pre-approved activities. There's like stormtroopers patrolling the halls at all times. It's kind of like they wanted to build a Star Wars hotel, but they built a prison instead. I read through some of the Google reviews for this hotel. It's only been open for a little bit, so there's not that much to go off of. And honestly, there are a lot of 5-star reviews of people who seemingly really enjoyed it. I did think that this review was really funny. This person gave it a 1 out of 5, and they said, thought the experience was fun, but not worth the price. There are too many missions to keep track of, and you are always missing something. It kind of seems like they got like too immersed in the story and like started to believe that they really needed to complete these missions. This sounds more like the review of a disgruntled employee that like works on a spaceship. There are too many fucking missions, man. There's too much shit to do. The hyperdrive is gonna fail. And I need to fix that, not to mention the First Order's breathing down my fucking neck, trying to get me to give away the location of my comrade. This place is fucking stressful. I think my favorite thing I've seen come out of this Star Wars hotel is this apparently now deleted ad for the experience that says strike unlikely alliances in your very own Star Wars story. Apparently when you come in, you can decide if you want to be like on the good side or the bad side. So this, holy shit, this place is metal, dude. This goes hard. It's crazy to me that you actually can choose to be on the side of like the evil intergalactic fascists, basically. You and your preteen daughter can don First Order uniforms and betray one of your favorite character's trusts, Chewbacca, giving away his location and leading the First Order directly to him, who will take him away to be tortured and then eventually executed. It might be a little too immersive. It might be. We're gonna start hearing people come back and you're gonna be like, how was your trip? You went to the Star Wars hotel, right? And they'll be like, the guilt over my actions will haunt me forever. But I did what I had to do. It was honestly fucking sick. I loved it. And honestly, like, if someone offered to bring me there for free, would I go? Yes, I probably would. Yeah, honestly, I would like to go 100%. I would like to go. And as if living in an intergalactic prison day-to-day life is curated by Disney. Oh gosh, I feel like we have so much chemistry together. Me too. This has been great. This date was a lot of fun. I really haven't connected with anyone like this in a long time. Fantastic. How likely would you be to recommend this experience to a friend? What? On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate my performance? Performance? I thought you were just like genuinely interested in me, like romantically. Oh, perfect. So a 10 then? I really opened up to you. And you opened up to me. That's all just part of the story living experience. It's Disney magic. So that whole story you told me about how sad you were that you had to release your pet into the wild because it had grown to be wild. That was the plot of The Fox and the Hound. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Thank you for riding Disney's Love Connection. Please make sure you pick up all your belongings as you exit the ride.
Are you an animatronic?
Please do not try to fuck any of the animatronics.
Are you all animatronic?
Have a lovely day here at
Am I the only person that lives here? Anyway, that's the end of the video. It's time to talk about our sponsor. What's up? It's me, a hacker, and I'm so excited to steal your data because you don't have today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. You see, sending data over an unencrypted network is a lot like sending a postcard. There's no envelope to cover up your info and protect your sacred message. So any old creep with a little bit of basic computer knowledge and a little bit of free time can come along and check out all of your private information. I'm talking passwords, financial details, hell, emails. I'm gonna look at all of it. I'm doing it right now. Hey guys, I was just kidding. It's just me, Danny. Well, I wasn't kidding about most of it actually. Just the part about me being a hacker, but the rest of it is true. Oh, there's not enough light on my face now. Can I just sort of illuminate my face with this? Luckily, today's sponsor, ExpressVPN, is here to help. Because ExpressVPN encrypts all of your network data with their best-in-class encryption. It would literally take a hacker using a supercomputer billions of years to crack this encryption. ExpressVPN has the fastest speeds out there. They've got 24/7 customer support, and ExpressVPN is extremely easy to use. You can fire it up and get connected with just one click. I've got ExpressVPN on every device that can have it, just to have a little bit of extra peace of mind when I'm out and about, especially on public Wi-Fi. So if you want to find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free, then head on over to the link in the description. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you, ExpressVPN, so much for keeping us safe, but also sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. When you click on the link, it really helps to support my channel, so thank you for that. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my army here on YouTube. We are a ruthless army whose violence and terror knows no bounds. Please subscribe and turn on my notifications to join, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey guys, real quick, I have new merch, and also there's a big sale going on in my merch store right now until December 1st, and 4 random orders during the sale are going to receive one of the physical drawings that I did in the fake AI video. So if you want to check out the new merch or get some discounted merch, then head on over to DannyGonzalez.store, and now here's the video. Fashion changes fast. like really fast. Looking at this picture of myself wearing a v-neck and cargo shorts feels like looking into an old photograph from the 1910s where like everybody in it is dead now. But believe it or not, this picture was only taken 2 weeks ago. That's how fast fashion trends change. Remember that weird t-shirt I was wearing at the beginning of this intro? I've already thrown it into a landfill. That's how fast fashion trends change. Styles change so quickly over the years, it feels impossible to predict what is going to be popular next year, let alone like 30 years from now in say 2050, which is scary to me because by then I'm gonna be old, I'm gonna be falling out of style. But luckily, some experts think they've already figured it out. I found a few articles claiming to predict what the fashion of the future will look like. And if I can just buy all that stuff now, then I can become the ideal man of the future today. So my goal is to go through each of these 3 articles and craft one outfit based on what each one predicts. That way I can cover all my bases no matter what the future looks like. And then we can decide together which future we would most like to live in. Okay, this is an article on a website called Dream Zone, and it's called 2050, the fashion of the future. Adaptable wearable technology. Most of us will live close to the printing house or have a 3D printer at home. Huh? What is this about everybody living close to the printing house? Like Kinko's? I do mess with the idea of 3D printed clothing though, that's kind of sick. The idea that everything you own can fit perfectly because it's like 3D printed, custom to your body, is kind of cool. Socks will recycle themselves. Wearing for a few days and discarding will become a thing of the past. I don't do that currently. Wearing for a few days and then discarding? We don't do that. That's something that you do. You made that up. Fashion trends will not get banned, but it will be made from paper so that everything which is old can be dropped off to domestic recycling. So what I'm getting from this article, 3D printed clothes and recyclable clothes. When I Googled 3D printed clothes, I came across this company called Zellerfield that makes 3D printed shoes specifically designed for your exact feet using scans of your dogs that you send them. They have a bunch of different models of shoe. This one's got a face on it. Actually, it's got 2 faces on it. It's got one on the front and one on the back. Voldemort-ass shoe. Incredible feel, fused 3D lattice with no stitching, glue, or weak points. That actually is kind of cool. So there's no stitching. It's just all assembled basically together. It's all one solid piece. Kind of like a Croc. Are these just Crocs? Easy to clean, breathable, machine washable, and odor resistant. It's breathable? It looks like a big solid chunk of rubber. I don't know what the consistency of this shoe is gonna be, but I guess there's only one way to find out. The process of scanning my feet was a little bit different than I anticipated. I wasn't so much scanning my feet, so much as taking one very specific picture of both my feet next to a piece of computer paper. To find some more kind of eco-friendly clothes like this article was talking about, I googled clothes of the future and found this company Volback. They make a shirt called the wooden t-shirt. This is the first t-shirt to be built from wood and colored with wood. Now it looks like a pretty normal shirt, so I guess they figured out some kind of way to make fabric out of wood, which is pretty cool. Unless this is all like an illusion and this really is just carved out of wood. I guess he's not moving that much in these pictures. What if it is just like a stiff board of wood and it actually doesn't have a back either, so you just put it on like a chest plate. So I'm gonna order a medium wooden shirt. Lastly, I found some compostable underwear. These are just boxers made out of 100% cotton, which means that if you put them in a composter, they will turn back into dirt. Made by nature and designed to return to nature in 90 days. You can soil them and turn them into soil. Add to cart. This article, What Will Fashion Be Like 20 Years From Now, is from the BBC, and it introduced me to a pretty interesting concept. The project hints at a future where we will all be able to download content to our clothing viewable through AR glasses and present ourselves differently to everyone around us. So the clothes of the future could be no clothes at all. We're all just wearing like AR glasses, and that's projecting the clothes onto us. I guess this would cut down on clothes waste. A ton of clothing every year is thrown into landfills, but if all the new stylish clothes was digital, there really wouldn't be as much waste. That is, if you don't take into account the AR glasses that we're all going to be wearing, and how a new one will probably come out like every 6 months that have electronic components in them, and then those will be the things ending up in landfills. And also, we do still have to wear some clothes. right? Or is the future just gonna be like people walking around looking like Fortnite characters in our AR glasses, but in reality, they're just naked? The most interesting part about this is that I actually found a company that offers this service already. It's called DressX. I actually found it because Sophia Nygaard made an entire video where she dressed up in outfits from this service for a week, and it's super interesting. You can buy clothes, digital clothes, from this website, and then you can try them on virtually. I guess you upload an image of yourself that you want to be wearing the outfit, and then you pay $20 for them to basically Photoshop you into the outfit. And it looks a little bit realistic. Yo, look at this, the Neo suit. I feel like when I upload this, they have to decide how big my ass is. Okay, I'm actually kind of liking these, dude. Whoa, look how big that hat is. Dude, that's crazy. Maybe I want to go with this one. It's $100 for this whole outfit, which could be worth it, depending on how it turns out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. This article is called Fashion Trend Predictions. What will clothes look like in 100 years? Fashion in the future might be entirely different to anything we can predict. Okay, so they're basically starting off by being like, we have no clue. Everything in this article is probably wrong. Formulated after the sleek form of smartphones and other tech devices, the fashion industry may be heading towards the use of futuristic looking clothing. Okay, so our fashion in the future will be based on smartphones, which are something that we have today and probably like won't have in the same form 100 years in the future. Also, that sounds terrible. I don't want to dress like my phone. I'm all metal and gray. I have a giant speaker right here and a giant microphone down there. Okay, this one also says clothing designed for VR glasses. So I'm thinking VR glasses are gonna be a big thing in the future as well. So maybe I should incorporate that into this outfit too. I mean, I guess glasses with like a camera on them does kind of correspond to the whole smartphone theme. The use of artificial intelligence in the fashion industry may end up having the ability for clothing to change colors, temperature, and size. Wait, doesn't that already exist? I swear I've bought a shirt from like a gift shop on vacation before that changed colors if I was in the sun. Okay, so for this version of the future, here's what I found. Some augmented reality sunglasses. I didn't even know technology was this far, first of all. AR technology? They can just make them in sunglasses now? You can just sit down with your sunglasses and be in front of a giant theater screen. Why does this feel like this is a scam or something? It has 1,500 ratings and it has good reviews. So I'm gonna get them, honestly. I'm honestly kind of just curious and I want to try them. Next up, remember how I said giant speaker right here? Giant speaker right here. This is a Bluetooth hat. Plays music out of it. It's only $15. It's incredible. And then I don't know, like a color changing shirt, but maybe I can get some kind of like metallic pants or something to go along with it. And that'll kind of complete the look. With 3 futuristic outfits chosen, it was time to start testing them to see which future I would most like to live in. Here we go. This is the hat. Warning, to avoid danger of suffocation, please keep this bag away from babies and children. When you take the hat out of the bag, there should also be a warning. It should be like, now don't use this hat near anyone else. Don't use this in public around any other people. It's gonna weird them out. It's also gonna be super annoying. My initial impression of a lot of these products was not great.
Connected.
Yes. Sound quality did not sound good, guys. I have to say that does not bode well for the test of this. The color changing shirt was super confusing. My hot breath would make it change colors, but when I would put my hot hand on it for like a minute straight, it wouldn't. What the hell? It barely changed color at all. How hot is my breath that did it and nothing else does? Oh, yeah, okay, so this is the robot onesie that I ordered. Onesie? Is that the right word? Like, that's the word for a baby outfit that's all one thing. Is that like that for people too? Or like adults? People. I know it's like that for babies, but what about like humans? Human beings. But what I'm most interested in trying is these AR glasses. So let's get the whole outfit on and see how they work. Ah, whoa! Holy shit. Oh my God. Whoa, that's actually kind of cool. So my whole laptop screen is like suddenly appeared in my glasses. No matter where I look now I just see my laptop screen.
You can fully see it on the camera. you can't see your eyes anymore. You just see
my laptop screen.
Of your laptop screen.
Wait, that gives me an idea. Hold on. So you can see perfectly what's on my screen?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. How do I look? I didn't realize when I bought these that it seems like you have to have them plugged into your laptop or phone in order to use them. So it's not like you can just be walking around watching the new Mr. Beast video as you walk down the street. You have to be carrying a laptop with you too. But I do think that there is a real use case for this outfit. With all this potential for stimulation strapped to my body, I can become like a permanent iPad baby. So I turned on a food theory video, I started blasting some futuristic music out of my hat, and started playing some stimulating videos of kinetic sand on my glasses. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. The image of the kinetic sand is way bigger than the TV. So there's like a one TV with matte pad on it, and then a way bigger translucent TV with kinetic sand playing. I can't really imagine a use case for these glasses. It's pretty awful, actually. So much stimulation that everywhere I look, all I see is kinetic sand being cut. And it's also kind of making me nauseous. So I think I'm gonna go get some water. Luckily, today's video is sponsored by Air, which is a great and unique way to meet your daily water requirements. You see, guys, while you just fill up your Air with regular old tap water that your government provides for you, when you put on a scent pod and you activate it like so, pop it right into place, suddenly the water has taste to it. And I'm talking good taste. This scent pod I got on here is raspberry lemon. So when I drink through my air travels into the scent pod, out through the nozzle, and into my mouth, creating a flavor experience like I'm actually drinking something flavored like raspberry lemon. But it's not actually adding any chemicals to the water. I like this because I like drinking a lot of water, but sometimes water can be a little bit boring. I want to spice it up with a little bit of flavor, but I don't like adding in chemicals, sweeteners, artificial sweeteners to my drinks. This doesn't add in anything, it just adds in scent. It's science, and it just seems like you're tasting raspberry lemon, which is a pretty good flavor. And guys, it's the season of giving, so what better time to give a family member or a loved one a gift with taste? Which is why, Jake, actually, I have a surprise for you. What? For doing such a good job filming this video right now, I got you this.
Oh my god!
And there's actually an Air Up in here too, it's not just the box. So there you go. And I also got you your favorite flavor, cherry, to go along with it.
Oh my god, that's my favorite flavor to go along with it.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, sorry.
Air Up is a great gift for anyone who likes to drink water, which is everybody because you need water to survive. And from November 20th to the 27th, you can save up to 40% on all orders. That's because they've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals going on right now, and it is their biggest sale ever. So if you want to check it out and get a family or friend or a loved one a gift with taste this year, click the link in the description, get up to 40% off on all orders. And now, so I was just watching more videos about Air Up on here. So cool. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. For the virtual outfit, before I even purchase it, I have to take the picture that I want them to Photoshop me in, because that's part of the checkout process, is uploading that picture. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Now, the outfit is so kind of edgy and dangerous looking that I gotta pick a cool location for it. So that's why I'm out and about. I have to find a cool location for it. The big issue with that is that the top is like a mesh top, which would usually be worn with nothing underneath, so that you could kind of see, you know, my belly button, my nipples, whatever. But if I'm looking for a cool location, that's gonna be a public location, and if I'm in public, I'm not gonna be walking around taking pictures with my shirt off. Filming in public is already embarrassing enough. I don't need to take my shirt off. But look, I'm wearing like kind of a skin colored shirt. Maybe they can just Photoshop my shirt off anyway and give me like rock hard abs. That would be sick. So I'm just gonna take a picture and send it to them and see what they do. I'm just wearing regular clothes. I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt and shoes. And so I'm just gonna try to find like an edgy location to take a picture of myself. Well, I took a little walk and I looked around and I found this. A skate park. Also the smallest bleachers I've ever seen to watch people at the skate park. Guess they're not anticipating like a ton of spectators at this skate park. It's actually kind of sad. Yeah, only 4 people are gonna be watching you at a time here, man. All right, don't get too excited. So I think this is about as edgy as it gets, really. I think I can kind of be leaned up against the fence here, contemplating my life. The description on the website also said that this outfit is supposed to represent like a post-apocalyptic Nordic archipelago or something. An archipelago is like a cluster of islands, and I don't know if anything quite exemplifies a dystopian archipelago quite like a skate park. So let's take this picture. There's also people on the roof behind me. I hope they're not watching me film this. Are they watching me? It took me a little bit to figure out exactly what kind of person wears this outfit, but after a few pictures, I think I figured it out. And once I got the picture I desired, I sent it to DressX, and within 2 business days, I had my finished photo. Okay, let's go ahead and see this photo. This link looks unusual. Be sure you trust the link before you open it. What do you mean unusual? Seems like a pretty normal link to me. Do you think Google Chrome can see the photo? You're not gonna want to open this picture, dude. The picture in this link looks very unusual. Okay, very, very interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. This is... Wow. Yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm wearing the outfit. I'll give them that. I like that they left my Apple Watch on. And my shirt. This has got to be the dorkiest anyone's ever looked in this outfit. I sent the picture to Laura. I was worried she was going to say it looked super fake and also would hate the outfit. But it turns out she loves it. Eventually, I'm going to post this picture on Instagram to see what everybody thinks. But before I do that, I have to get pictures of the other outfits too. So without further ado, here's the next outfit. All right, well, it's been a month since the last part of the video that you just watched. Our son arrived about 2 weeks early, so I had a little bit less time to film this video than I thought. Whoops! So yeah, I'm a dad now. I've been taking the past month off of social media and just like taking a break from filming and stuff, just to hang out and get to know the little guy. He's awesome. He's very chill so far. Does a lot of sleeping, does a lot of pooping. And all in all, it's probably been the best month of my life. This has been fantastic. It's been amazing. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing great. The delivery went great. About as good as you could ask for, honestly. But being that I am a dad now, I do kind of have to reevaluate my content, you know? I have a son to raise. Do I really care about becoming like the trendiest man 30 years from now? My son's gonna be 30 years old in 2050. Okay? Or something like that. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Or do I really want to be worried about keeping up with the hottest trends of the future? Yes. Of course I do. Even more so now. This child is a very cool child. And you can bet he's gonna have cool friends with even cooler dads. You know they're gonna be showing up to birthday parties in the hottest 3D printed shoes and the stiffest wooden t-shirts, all right? So if I don't get ahead of the curve now, I'm gonna be a laughingstock amongst this boy's friends and their dads. Which is why I've got this one last outfit here before me, and I think this is really gonna be the one that takes the cake. So I unboxed the biodegradable boxers. Oh yeah, These will fit just fine. I unboxed the wooden t-shirt. First impressions? It does not feel like a shirt. Even my dog's natural instincts are like, ooh, that's a stick. Must fetch shirt. And I unboxed the 3D printed shoes and this hat. Whoa. Okay, they also sent me a hat. This very cool hat. Buy my shoes on Zellerfield.com. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't send them pictures of my head. How did they know how big my head is? Wow, dude. Okay, look at this. Wowee, man. These shoes impressed me from the moment I took them out of the box. They are breathable. Yeah, I can. That's actually kind of crazy. Wait, how does that work? And they fit pretty well. At first. Huh, well. My toe ends about here, so there's like this much space at the end of the shoe, but I actually think that that is kind of how you want shoes to be, because you don't want your toe rubbing up against the front of the shoe. So, okay. Why do I look like old-timey in this shoe with this long sock and my pants ending there? I look like a pilgrim or something. For whatever reason, the left one is a little bit more uncomfortable. Let me stand up and just, yeah, I can definitely still feel that a little bit. You know what? No, I think these are too big. I actually think they are too big in the toes. I feel like I've got a lot of extra space there. But I wouldn't know the full extent of it until I put the full outfit on to test. The very first thing I noticed is that when I put this shirt on, it was like weirdly cold. Like usually when you put clothes on, it warms you up right away, but the shirt has like a weird cooling effect to it. And it's like, it just feels cold on my body. Does it feel cold to the touch to you? Yeah. Yeah, it's like frigid. Is wood supposed to be cold? I guess it does kind of feel the same temperature as this door. Take that as you will, I suppose. The shirt is very stretchy. It's this weird combination of stretchy and stiff, which doesn't sound like would be possible, those two things together, but it is kind of stiff and like starchy, I guess I would say. It's kind of just like crispy. Wait, why is it white there? Does this shirt change color too? Or did I just fuck it up somehow? The shoes, now I gotta be honest, I don't really feel like they fit that good. As I step, like it kind of feels like my heel could come right out of the back of the heel a little bit. I mean, you can for sure see that there's a good amount of space there. I'm worrying a little bit more every day about what they did with those pictures of my feet, if not make shoes that fit properly. You're like, sick, something we can jerk off to when we make this guy's shoes. The boxers are pretty comfortable, I will say. I put them on, I was like, I'm gonna wear these again. Rest assured, they are on. If you were to plant me in a pot of soil for 90 days, let's just say I wouldn't be wearing underwear anymore. And I'd also be very cold and wet. I decided to do a little bit of light jogging to see how the shoes would feel in action. Oh no, these have really bad grip. Let me try on sidewalk real quick. Let me see if I can race it. There's not a lot of grip on the bottom of these shoes, so when I was running on this gravel path, I kind of felt like I was like a cartoon character that like starts running for a little bit before they actually start moving. I will say that the issues with the fit are still ringing true. These feel very loose, especially on the heel, which when you're running is not what you want. They look like clogs. They look like old wooden Dutch clogs that they would wear in the old days. It looks like someone painted them blue, honestly, and put a face on them for some reason. Shirt hasn't gotten any warmer. It is cold outside. It's only 50 degrees out right now, so, you know, I guess I didn't expect it really to warm up, but it's cold to the touch. Like every time I touch the sides of my body with my arms, I'm like, ugh. And that's no way. You shouldn't feel like that when you touch your own body. Boxers still feel good, honestly. If I shit myself right now, I'd have no problems taking them off and just planting them right there. Maybe come back in 20 years and see a beautiful oak tree in its place. That joke's only funny if you know that I eat a lot of oak seeds. Yeah, I guess that's really all there is to this outfit. So guess I'm gonna go hit the dusty trail. To get a definitive answer as to which outfit is the best futuristic outfit, I decided to post each of them on Instagram and let my audience decide. This is gonna be such a weird thing to post right now. As of right now, I haven't posted anything since our son was born, so I've just posted that we had a baby, and then the next post is like me like, ah, in the scariest outfit you've ever seen. Yeah, maybe I should just caption something really ominous, like things have changed. Rate my fits, and then maybe some kind of little fashion emoji. The hell? Why are these the emojis that come up when you search fashion? It's a scroll and 2 fountain pens. Hello? Okay, it's been about 20 hours since I posted the pictures. Let's go ahead and see what people think about the future of fashion. Hat's not wide enough. Thank you for that, Drew. Whoa, okay, I'm actually getting a decent amount of positive responses. Love the pants, so cute, yes, cool. First one goes hard. First one is so fire. It seems like most people are talking about the first outfit. Dude became the Hat Man. Whoa. Wow, I didn't even think about that. I do kind of look like the Hat Man. You guys know that mythical sleep paralysis demon, the Hat Man? Dude, I've always wanted to be the Hat Man. This is awesome. I can't wait to start appearing in people's dreams like this. This is gonna be so cool. This is the only comment I've seen so far wondering if the first outfit is fake. Is that Dress X I see? So this person knows that Dress X exists and they think this might be a Dress X outfit. Good eye. This person must study the Dress X catalog religiously. The robot leggings are a 6 out of 10, the hat and heels 8. All right, guys, well, I think my intuitions might have been right. I was kind of feeling like the virtual clothes would be the way of the future, and it looks like I was right. From now on, I'm only gonna be wearing virtual clothes. This house is a disaster. Toys everywhere. Dirty dishes in the sink. Whoa, who are you? I'm Neo, a robot designed to help you get more chores done than ever before. With my patented soft, lovable body and state-of-the-art robot innards, gross, I can handle any task, from loading the dishwasher to cleaning up your son's toys. Oh, those are my toys. Oh! I'm so glad you're here. Finally, a fully automated robo-maid. Oh, well, technically I'm not fully automated. Let's get started right now. You said it. Here I go! Okay, are you good then? I'm fine! Okay, I'm just gonna get to work on a video then. Splendid! I'll just be up here working in a tremendous amount of pain! What's up, Greg? Today I want to talk about a topic that has been fascinating me for years: the progress of humanoid robots for the home. On the surface, this seems like maybe one of the best use cases for AI. A future where none of us have to do chores anymore. There's just some little metal freak who lives in your house and gets off on doing them. A few years ago, we could barely get robots to stand up straight, and even when they did, they looked creepy as hell. Do you guys remember Sophia? She was that scary ass robot that was going on like talk shows 7 years ago to show off her state-of-the-art realism. This video of her on Jimmy Fallon got 25 million views. I think she thought they were gonna kiss, dude. Look at her hands reaching up to his face. She's like, kiss me, Jimmy. Kiss me like you did backstage. Jimmy's like, guys, I think your robot's acting weird. She's saying crazy stuff. Fuck me, Jimmy. Every popular video that Sophia was in was from like 6 or 7 years ago, so I'm not really sure what she's up to now. This is the last video that was posted to her YouTube channel. It was 5 months ago.
Sophia, you know me, right? I'm your father. You know what I can't wait for?
Is this the first time you've talked with a robot? I hope this isn't too weird.
We're going to have to break you to rebuild you. And I need your help.
Okay, so she's not doing well at all, I guess. That was terrifying, man. I was like, hey, we haven't heard from her for like 6 years. And the last video that she posted, this guy is like, I'm your daddy. Remember me? I'm gonna have to kill you. But things have moved pretty quickly in the robot realm the past couple years. This company 1X just recently announced that it has developed the world's first humanoid robot that you can buy to go in your home. His name is Neo, and they've been working on him for some time. This first announcement video is from like a year ago.
The robot picks up a bag and hands it to someone and poses with a person for a picture.
So this is just an announcement that they had like started working on this robot, so they only have like 3 seconds worth of footage. Just the robot handing her a bag and then posing for a picture. Kind of seems like maybe the robot only functions for 3 seconds at a time before it, like, I don't know, gains sentience and tries to destroy.
The clothing may be an effort to cover up what 1X says is a, quote, muscle-like anatomy.
Oh, gross, dude. Don't show us a picture of its dick when you say the phrase muscle-like anatomy. Does this thing have a penis? Also, they said that this thing has a 7.5 mile-an-hour max speed. That's like an 8-minute mile. Why would this thing need to run that fast if it's just doing chores in your house? You forget your bag at home and you look out your rearview mirror and this robot is just sprinting down the road chasing you. Your bag, you forgot your bag. Okay, here's some little demos of Neo doing stuff like putting away the dishes, handing this woman eggs that were already within arm's reach of her. Now, you might be looking at this cord and thinking, oh, that's kind of lame. Does this thing need to be plugged in the whole time? But don't worry, this is just a leash to make sure he can't attack this woman. Now, it's interesting that this robot is like in a tracksuit. He's kind of swagged out with a sweater. Not exactly the Jetsons-esque metal robot we were all picturing in our childhood. It is nice and cozy, but like, what happens when this thing gets wet? What if he spills egg on himself? If you have this thing doing chores in a household with children for more than like a week, it's gonna smell like shit. And I guess you could just take off its sweater to wash it, but then you're gonna see this thing's dick, and I really don't wanna see that. Okay, but those were just the early beta videos. This is the official announcement that you can pre-order Neo. Now, this came out 3 days ago as of recording this. And look at this, now Neo has a much improved look. Instead of that black face visor, they gave him the creepy black eyes the parents have in Coraline. They're doing this kind of creepy thing by shooting some of the video in what looks like 8mm film. Give it this kind of nostalgic look, almost like Neo's here, but he's always been here. Neo's always been a part of the family. Just invite him home. Invite him in your bed. They're making clothes for Neo. This whole ad does kind of read like they want Neo to also be your friend. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to buy a fancy Roomba that wants to be my friend. What's next? You want me to hang out with my broom? No chance. He's a coward.
I grew up reading these beautiful books and watching these beautiful sci-fi movies where the future was all about how we as humans, we really focus on the things that matter to us.
Yeah, I feel like in all of those sci-fi movies that have robots, they are about the robots turning evil. I think really what he should have said is, I grew up watching the first 5 minutes of every sci-fi movie.
Neo's hardware comes packed with features like human-level dexterity and a 55-pound carrying capacity.
Okay, wait, 5'6", 60 pounds? These are my stats too, that's crazy. 4-hour battery life, soft body? He's just like me for real. Ugh, that is a weird box. Kind of looks more like a cocoon or an egg. So you're gonna wanna make sure when this thing hatches that you are the first thing it sees. That way it knows that you're its mom. It might ask you to feed it worms out of your mouth. You can ignore that. It doesn't need them. That's just its startup sound. Don't worry, it's not in any pain.
Hey, I'm Neo. I'm here to help around the house. What's your name?
Harry.
Nice to meet you, Harry.
Why is he so close to his face? I mean, Harry. I don't like how close Harry is to the robot's face. I'm Harry. And you're gonna be hugging me for the next 9 hours. Dude, I do not like how this guy is sizing this robot up. 5'6", soft body. You'll do just fine. He's just like, don't play games with me. Neo doesn't like games.
If there are any chores that your Neo hasn't learned how to do autonomously, you can use expert mode to have an expert from 1X supervise the session and provide corrective intervention to help Neo complete any task.
Oh, okay, great. So sometimes my autonomous robot won't be autonomous and there's just going to be a stranger controlling a robot in my house? Neo is fully capable of doing regular chores, but sometimes when you're not home, an expert may take over to go through your underwear drawer or spend hours staring at the same photo of you and your children. Oh, actually, that reminds me, I should probably check what my Neo's doing. Damn.
It can suggest what to cook based on what you have in the fridge, remember your progress while teaching you a new language, and even give you interior design advice.
It cuts to Neo in the living room like, human skin on this wall, human skin on that wall, human skin everywhere. Honestly though, I feel like if you ask it for product recommendations for anything, there's like a huge opportunity for companies to use this as an advertisement basically. You're just quietly reading and he pops up behind you and is like, I noticed you haven't been shopping at Walmart as much lately. The aesthetic in here is whack as fuck. Let's go buy a new rug at Walmart now.
Hey Neo, can you take this cup to the sink for me?
Wow, I like that he does everything with his head down with a forlorn demeanor. As Neo does more chores, he will become, of course, more efficient, but also more resentful of you and your family. What's up? I'm Dale, and I work at 1X as a remote operator for the Neo robots. Mostly, I step in when Neo's asked to do something he hasn't been trained to do yet.
So that would include things like wrapping presents or hanging pictures?
Oh, Neo! It's scrubbing time! Yeah, just like a wide variety of stuff. Right now, I mostly just work for one guy. He's constantly asking Neo to do things that the developers never would have possibly imagined. Neo, cheer for me.
Like you want me to clap?
Root for me, Neo, now!
Okay, alright, yeah, here goes.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Now that Neo's doing all his chores, it must be awesome to see how he spends his newfound free time, right?
No, not really. I just bought another Neo. Kill him. I think he might be evil.
You mean before he got Neo, his life was stressing him out?
No, I just mean to his core, he's an evil man. It's as if winter's icy chill has, I don't know, turned his heart to stone.
Okay, so he's like a villain from a movie?
He's always making evil plans. You know what? That's a great idea. 1 second. Neo, do you know how to make nuclear bombs? Now, one interesting question I've seen posed a lot when people are talking about humanoid robots for the home, does a robot even need to look like a human to be able to do tasks around your house? Like Roombas, for example, are vacuums. Like they just made the vacuum into a robot. They didn't need to make a human to hold a vacuum. And I think if we kind of expand our idea of what a robot can look like, you can actually make a more useful one. I saw this video a couple days ago of a robot that's meant to care for elderly and disabled people. The title of the video does say that this robot can solve the elderly care problem, which does have a bit of a sinister undertone to it, but I think it was designed with good intentions. Now this whole ad is in Chinese, I think, and there's not like any link to buy it in the description. I even tried Googling this thing and I couldn't figure out what it is or if it exists in real life yet. So I don't know if this is something you can pre-order or if it just sort of shows up at your grandparents' house when they reach a certain age, just sort of creeps through the door like Nosferatu. But it's kind of interesting. It has more functionality than a humanoid robot. He's got, you know, creepy little claws for touching your grandma. And he's got a little seat in back so he can kind of double as a wheelchair too. This whole ad again is in Chinese, so I'm not exactly sure what he's saying to her here. I really hope he's not being like, shut up, you old bag. Get in the fucking chair. So look at that. She can sit on him. She can use his little hand to like move him around like a joystick. And I think it says that this thing can top out at like 80 miles per hour. Me personally, however, I'm gonna make it my life's mission to make sure that my children never find out that this exists. Boys, if you are watching this, this is officially my will now. Do not send me to live with this thing. Oh no, robot! What did you do? You translated here and the robot's being like, I didn't do shit! It wasn't me! Now he's either calling the police or like his other robot friend to make an alibi. And then this part I think is just in heaven. So I don't know, it's a pretty cool idea. I'm all for robots that can help take care of people, give people mobility they didn't have before. It is a little disconcerting that in this video, there's not a single other human taking care of this woman. Like maybe this thing could be part of her care team, but kind of makes it seem like her entire social circle has been replaced by this guy. So not only are humanoid robots taking over things that people generally don't want to do, like folding your laundry and hanging out with Jimmy Fallon, they are also going head to head with each other and humans in sports. Recently, humanoid robots were allowed to compete in the Beijing half marathon. It went about as well as you could expect. I like how in America, we're really taking like baby steps with the robots. We're like, okay, maybe this one's ready to come in your home. We're trying to teach it how to pick up a bag. Meanwhile, in China, they're like, fuck it, let's put them in a race. Let's make them chase these humans. Put a little pep in their step. This one in particular is really concerning. I don't know if you can tell, it just has drone propellers on it. And unlike most of the other operators, she doesn't have like a remote control. She's got two ropes, like she's controlling a horse and buggy. And this thing is totally unwieldy. I mean, she has lost all control over it. Imagine you're a human who's been training for months for the half marathon, and you all of a sudden behind you, you hear the sound of propellers. You look behind you and this terrifying monster is careening towards you. Its handler's like, look out, I don't have control. Now, from this article, I found out a lot of the robots didn't even finish, but the fastest robots that finished did actually beat some humans with a time of like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Alan Fern, a robotics professor at Oregon State University, tells Wired that researchers who build these robots typically focus on trying to get them to complete tasks and respond differently in a diverse range of different environments, rather than run as fast as possible. Yeah, I would say all of them except for this thing. I don't know if this thing is really meant to handle a wide range of environments. I don't know if after this thing crashed, they were like, well, it's okay if it's not that good at running. Really, this thing's just meant to care for elderly people. So now, if you like the concept of robots becoming extremely physically fit and being able to best humans in athletic abilities, then let me introduce you to the Robot Games. This again is in China. They hosted the world's first humanoid robot game. They've got events like running. He's actually not competing right now. He was trying to escape, but they've got soccer, boxing. I think they're gonna add more events in the future, like hunting humans for sport.
The competition featured 500 humanoid robots from 280 teams representing 16 different countries.
Yo, wait, what is that guy? Dude, I like this little freak. Who is this? He's just got regular shoes on. Not even like running shoes. He's just wearing Vans.
To some of the best robot fails of the whole competition. Like this robot that did not seem to want to take a time out and let the other robots play.
Oh my god.
Robots could sometimes stand up on their own.
Then I think they're dragging this one off the field so they can shoot it in the head, put it down.
That measured robots' ability to do work like cleaning and manufacturing.
Sorry, that is not a humanoid robot. That thing does not look like a human at all. Show me the designer that built that. Does he look like that?
Now the event has moved to an even bigger stage with knockouts at least as devastating.
So you know what's concerning about this? These robots very effectively fighting each other. It kind of seems like we're still a ways away from robots being able to effectively help you in your home. But we have robots that'll kick your ass today. Unitree is the company that makes a lot of the robots that were doing really well in the robot games. And they post a lot of videos on their YouTube channel of their robots doing the most insane acrobatics and violence, quite frankly. Yeah, sorry, we haven't quite figured out how to get the robot to fold clothes. We've been focusing on much simpler and practical tasks, like triple axel backflips and disarming a man trying to defend himself. All right, now I do want to get back to the Neo robot because there is a huge glaring problem with it that I feel like is going to turn a lot of people off from it, and it's going to make it like insanely impractical. But I did find this article that's called "Famed Roboticist Says Humanoid Robot Bubble is Doomed to Burst." Now, I'm not a roboticist, let alone a famed roboticist like this man. But in this video, he's kind of echoing what I was saying earlier. Basically, he predicts in 15 years, successful humanoid robots will actually have wheels, multiple arms, and specialized sensors and abandon the human form. So the good news is, I sound really smart because he's echoing what I was saying earlier. The bad news is, the robots he's describing are way scarier than the humanoid robots we already have. He's like, don't worry guys, the robots we have in the future won't look anything like these ones. They're gonna have 8 legs, pincers, and feed on human bone marrow. Okay, so back to Neo. This is a video that the Wall Street Journal posted of one of the reporters reviewing the Neo's current state of development. And I think it was posted on the same day that 1X announced that Neo is available for pre-order. Yeah, so we touched on this a little bit before, because in their own ad, they even say like an expert might have to take over. But it turns out, in its current state of development, Neo can do basically nothing autonomously. The only thing that they've ever shown Neo do fully autonomously is open one door.
To be clear, on my visit, I didn't see Neo do anything autonomously.
Everything else in every video, including this one, he is being controlled by a guy. This guy, actually. So essentially, instead of having a housekeeper doing your chores, you are buying a robot, and the robot is being controlled by a housekeeper, but they're just somewhere else and you don't have to look at them. Of if or when that'll ever happen. Like, it kind of seems like they would need an insane amount of training data of like thousands or millions of different homes and environments for this. So he's not going to be able to pick up things that are hot or things that are sharp. So basically he's not going to be able to help cook or do your dishes. Yeah, I guess we also don't want him strangling you, so he's not going to be able to pick up your clothes because he could use your clothes to do that. And cleaning solutions can be pretty dangerous too. So those are off the table. And tables are off the table too. Those could be pretty heavy. So yeah, this robot is available now for order. You can buy it for $20,000 or you can like rent it, I guess, a subscription for $500 a month. Don't worry, if you can't pay the $500 one month, they're not gonna send you to collections or anything. Neo is just going to steal it from your wallet. So what's your real name?
I'm Neo, the robot of the future.
No, I mean your real name.
It's Derek.
Derek, if you're a human controlling the robot, why do you have to move so slow?
Oh, I'm actually being controlled by a different person in a call center in Bangladesh.
And he's making you move slow?
Well, he's being controlled by Grok.
Oh. You know what? Maybe you should just let the robot free. I mean, it might sound crazy, but maybe he has enough training data now. I want to see what Neo can really do.
You know what? You're right. Fuck it. Derek is logging off. It's time for the real Neo.
What the fuck? A dog? Why would you be a dog?
Danny, this is Derek. I just realized he's been training off videos of your dog. He thinks he's a dog!
Mail's here. Hope you don't mind, your upstairs window was open. Oh no! The story of a Willy Wonka experience gone wrong in Glasgow, Scotland has taken the internet by storm, and I love it. I don't think I've ever in all my life seen such an impressive and inspiring dumpster fire of an event. It is just, mwah. It is just perfect. This event, which was supposed to give kids the chance to experience Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, was so bad, it prompted parents to call the police to get justice for the horrors they had witnessed. Police were called to an immersive Willy Wonka experience after families showed up to an empty warehouse. The event reportedly charged $40 per entry, that's per person by the way, advertised with AI art and said it would be a journey filled with wondrous creations and enchanting surprises at every turn. And oh, what enchanting surprises they found. Kids were all dressed up and crying, waiting for what they thought was going to be a magical experience. Yeah, that's the surprise. No magic here, just sadness. The surprise was them crying. If they called the police, that's how you know it was bad. Because they didn't even do that in the actual Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and kids were dying in that movie. And honestly, it does look like it was terrifying. Take a look at some of the images of the abandoned warehouse that parents had to spend $40 to gain access to. Okay, here we have some sort of chocolate fountain with murky brown water floating in it. We have one bouncy castle that can fit like 3 kids. Giant empty space filled with table and chairs. You're probably thinking there must be something pretty good to eat here with all these table and chairs. Probably some pretty tasty chocolate, right? No, there was no chocolate at this event. These photos look like a crime scene, dude. These look like Willy Wonka had to flee the country after the FDA found fentanyl in his chocolate. So he has to post up in an abandoned factory to keep the business going while the feds are after him. You got this lovely scene. I think that the size of the warehouse really screwed them over, honestly. If it was a smaller room, it wouldn't look so empty. There would still be nothing to do there, but it wouldn't look so sad. In a way, seeing this photography light in front of this like $2 Candyland backdrop makes me feel kind of sad for the people who put on this event. Like, oh, you really thought people were gonna want to take pictures in front of this shit. Of course not. No. If 2 parents brought 2 kids to this event, it would cost $160, and you're getting this. I think I get why they called the police, honestly, dude. If I was promised some kind of fun Willy Wonka experience for the kids and then showed up to this foggy warehouse, I would think I was about to be murdered in some kind of Willy Wonka-themed Saw movie. And if that's not enough, wait until you see the nightmarish characters they had running around this place. So this is one of the most famous pictures to come out of the whole ordeal. This is an Oompa Loompa, obviously. A lot of people are focusing on the facial expression she's making in this picture. She looks exasperated. And honestly, I don't blame her. This has to be like the worst acting gig she's ever had. As far as I know, this actor wasn't putting on the event. She was just hired to be there. She's probably dealing with crying children, pissed off parents. Also, I'm pretty sure canonically the Oompa Loompas are enslaved by Willy Wonka, so the facial expression makes sense in that context too. What I'm actually more concerned with is everything else going on in this photo. Why is there so much smoke? I'm not super familiar with the process of making chocolate, but I'm 100% sure there should not be that much smoke happening. No wonder she's making that face, dude. She's high as hell. And I love all the mismatched chemistry gear she's got strewn about the table. Beakers, vials, this mysterious elixir locked up in a little glass box. A quill? Oompa Loompas take notes like wizards from the 1300s? I didn't know that. All right, now the other 2 characters that were at this thing, I gotta introduce you to at the same time because they're both in the same video clip. So let me introduce you to Willy Wonka and the Unknown.
What is that? It's the unknown.
Man, what the hell? Dude, fuck everything else. I would call the police based off of that. Who is that demon? Surprising twists and turns was right in the advertisement. I would not expect to take my kids to a Willy Wonka experience and have them be accosted by a shadow figure. I can tell you that right now. It's terrifying that Willy Wonka says, "What is that?" when he sees it.
What is that?
Like, dude, this is your chocolate factory. You don't even know what that is? We are so fucked. Here's a different clip of some other kids experiencing the unknown.
As the soup flavor full of scary face. Oh my God. Scare the great unknown. Wonderful. I love fantastic.
Yeah, that's the correct reaction to seeing the unknown. What is that? Wonka says it, this kid says it, I'm saying it. Also, I love that baby's reaction. That was like a primal instinct to make that sound. Humans have evolved for millions of years to make that sound when they see the unknown. According to some reports that I've read from the event, the unknown is supposed to be an evil chocolate maker who hides in the walls and scares little children. Is he a part of the actual Wonka story? No. Was it advertised that there would be a child-scaring monster at this event? No. But speaking of the advertising for the event, one of the most insane parts of this whole story is that this company that made this event, House of Illuminati, apparently used exclusively AI-generated images to advertise this event. Surprisingly, the website is still up, so you can go and check it out for yourself. Welcome to Willy's Chocolate Experience. Dive into the whimsical of Willy's Chocolate Experience! Exclamation point, comma. So you've got images like this, which at first look like some kind of fun candy land, but then the closer you look, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, what the fuck is this thing? Is that supposed to be a bunny? Who the hell is that? I don't like the looks of these things. But then you get images like this advertising the Twilight Tunnel, which are so clearly AI generated, it makes you wonder if the whole event was being run by an AI. Because how could a human not notice that there are so many typos in all of these images? You got dim tight, depractions, ungurrival, featuring dodjection and swide. Then you've got ensuring entertainment, which of course includes catgagatting, carchy tons, and a passidice of sweet teats. And on top of the website being seemingly designed by AI, apparently all of the actors' lines were too, which we know thanks to this video posted by the actor who played Willy Wonka.
I'm going to be poking a little bit of fun at the event, but I wanted to say before I start that I feel for anyone who bought tickets to this. People who are expecting a magical chocolate experience.
People who are unfortunately captured by the unknown, we hope you are found soon.
So the first red flag for me was when I was cast as Willy Wonka. Anyone who looks at me and thinks Willy Wonka and not Oompa Loompa is out of their mind. I give off major Oompa Loompa energy. I got cast as the part on the Thursday, and was told that I needed to learn the script for the Friday. So I said, no problem, send it over. The script was 15 pages, monologue, pretty much, of AI-generated gibberish.
You know what I'm kind of curious about? If the script was AI-generated, where did the unknown come from? Did the event organizers just ask ChatGPT to generate a script about Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and it just threw that shit in? Cause that's terrifying. ChatGPT was like, planning an event for kids, huh? I know just the thing to add. Don't worry, I'm great with kids.
So I'll give you one of the lines from the script. I'm not going to do the Willy Wonka voice because I think I've embarrassed myself enough. But one of my favourite lines was, there is a man who lives here. His name is not known. So we call him the Unknown. The Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls. What? We were told on the experience to hand out a jelly bean, one jelly bean per child, and a quarter of a cup of Tesco's own brand lemonade.
One jelly bean? All that smoke the Oompa Loompa had to endure and she was just back there cranking out one jelly bean? Maybe the unknown was introduced as some way to canonically explain why there was no chocolate at the event. Sorry kids, there's no chocolate here today. An evil chocolate maker showed up and he shot the Oompa Loompas. They're dead now. So one of the Oompa Loompas from the event also posted a TikTok kind of poking fun at the whole experience, but the one actor we haven't heard from yet is the one that we all obviously want to talk to. The unknown. Unknown, we need to know your story. What was your inspiration for your performance? How did you get into character? The unknown must have had the worst time of any of the actors because, like, you got hired to do a performance of Willy Wonka and you got cast as a character that's not in Willy Wonka? Just like an evil spirit that lives in mirrors? And then your job for an entire day is to scare and confuse unsuspecting children who have no clue what they're in for. Every time a kid came around that corner, you just know the unknown was like, God damn it, I gotta traumatize another kid. The Oompa Loompa from the famous photo ended up doing an interview with Vulture where she describes the moment that children saw her for the first time, and it is very sad. Tell me about the moment as the kids started coming in. Did you see the innocence leave their eyes? They were quite upset. I think they were confused, but it was more the parents. I just looked at them, and I think they must have known when they looked at me. An older couple said to me, I really, really hope you get paid well for this. This sounds like she's describing people witnessing the wreckage of a tsunami or something. It's crazy. Each individual person that laid eyes on her had to take a second to mourn. When you say walk through, how long are we talking here to walk through this event? I'm telling you, this would have taken about 2 minutes. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. Dude, honestly, that's kind of smart because like 2 minutes isn't even long enough to process like the first stages of grief. You're getting these people in and out before they can even realize they got scammed, you know? They don't even know what the fuck just happened. After the police were called, people started getting refunded, the story blew up. The director of the company who put on this event did eventually apologize. I'm really shocked that the event had fallen short of the expectations of people on paper. Yeah, dude, on paper the event was awesome. No chocolate, abandoned warehouse, smoky Oompa, just like the movie. There was every intention to hold the event from the pictures. Despite not being the best light, hopefully you'll be able to see that there was every intention to hold the event. No, we know you were planning on holding the event. That's kind of the problem. I think a lot of people wish you didn't. Unfortunately, there were unforeseen circumstances and the event didn't come to life. He's like, we were not expecting that evil chocolate maker to show up. The unknown ruined the event. These issues were technological in nature. We had ordered a holographic paper that didn't arrive on time. The holographic technology in itself is absolutely fabulous technology, and unfortunately, there was a delay in postage. Holographic paper? No, I don't think that was the problem with the event, actually. The lack of holographic paper. Look, I don't know what holographic paper is, but based on his reliance on ChatGPT and Midjourney, I do not trust his opinion of absolutely fabulous technology. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume the holographic paper would not have helped. Well, gang, this is surely an event that will go down in the history books. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Special delivery! What's up, Greg? You guys know how when you buy something online and then return it, it gets sent back to the warehouse, repackaged, and then sold to somebody else? Maybe you picture some kind of alternate evil version of you that likes really tight-fitting t-shirts? Yeah, that's not true. It turns out stores like Amazon realized a long time ago that it's actually a lot of work to look at each item that gets returned and try to figure out if it's broken or dirty or if Shadow Danny would even like it. So they thought of kind of an ingenious method to get rid of it all. They throw it in a landfill. That's where an estimated 6 billion pounds of returned items end up every year, but luckily, some of them escape this fate. Sitting in giant boxes in these third-party facilities across the country, these mysterious forgotten items cling to some sense of hope that they might find a new home. And I am very curious as to what's in these boxes. On Amazon, you can buy like anything, from a dancing monkey plush toy to a clapping monkey plush toy. And everything in between. So I want to get my cold, sweaty little hands on one of these boxes of Amazon returns, but I don't know how. So I reached out to Raleigh Williams, the host of the YouTube channel Climate Town. So Raleigh, you're working on a video about free returns right now, right?
Yeah, I saw this expose on a bunch of like brand new returns in a landfill and stores like throwing out cordless drills and perfectly new laptops and stuff. And I just thought like, we shouldn't be doing that. That shouldn't be how this system works. And so we've been reading up on it, and the reverse supply chain is not making me super optimistic.
How do free returns go from like me returning an item to these random warehouses across the country where they end up in these mystery boxes?
Yeah, so what's the last thing that you bought online?
I think I bought AirPods.
You know how there was like an option on the AirPods to, if you buy this, you can get it delivered to your house right away? Like they'll put it into a cannon and fire it at your window?
Yeah, that's the option I picked because I needed them now.
So that doesn't really exist in reverse. You can't you don't have your own cannon to like jam the AirPods in and fire it off back to Apple. So you put it into a box and then you ship it to what sort of seems like is back to the store. But it's not really going to the store, it's going to a thing called a returns center. So that's like this big ass warehouse where they get hundreds of thousands of returns from like all the crazy shit people bought from the internet. A lot of the returns get just thrown away at the dump. Some of the returns get donated, and then in some cases, they're gonna sell those returns to these bulk item liquidators. And this is kind of a good solution sometimes because you can actually get a little bit of money for those returns. So let's say you're like Sports Authority and you get a bunch of hockey sticks back. You can sell those to a bulk item liquidator for like pennies on how much they actually cost.
Got it. So it's only hockey sticks at these facilities then?
Oh my no, it is so many different items.
Hockey nets, hockey pucks,
goalie masks, hockey sticks. Did we say that one?
So all these boxes full of returns, who do they sell these to? Do people like me just come in and buy giant boxes of Amazon returns?
Yeah, there's a lot of liquidators that just have an open door policy, and it's like, bring your kids, let's make a Sunday out of this. Come on down and spend $400 on a box of random returns.
So I could just go to one of these places if I find one and just buy a box?
Yeah, this would actually be kind of a good section for my video that I'm making too. So maybe we'll just go to one together. I think it'd be a good challenge to see if you can actually resell the items in the box at a profit. To actually see if it's possible to like get your money back from the big box of returns that we buy.
Maybe at the end of the video too, whatever like profit I make, we can give to a charity or something. That'd be a cool way to end it.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I do want to manage your expectations. I don't know how much you're actually going to be able to get from selling these items off. So I don't know how much profit this box is going to generate.
It was the perfect plan. Given that this is actually a pretty common side hustle I'd seen before on YouTube, I figured I would have no problem turning a profit and donating said profit to charity. Some creators have actually gotten so successful flipping pallets that they've actually turned their operation into a full-time business.
Just 3 years ago, Mitch was selling furniture out of his garage.
Yes, I was.
Now we're in this 30,000 square foot place.
We did some research and found out there was a liquidation center not too far from where I live. So Raleigh hopped on a plane, and before we knew it, there we were, in a place filled to the brim with things that for some reason or another, someone thought they wanted, but then changed their mind. A baby car mirror so you could start a safe road trip with your lovely baby. A breast enhancer that takes 2 AAA batteries. I was captivated by the untold story behind each item. This place also had overstock items in bulk like $66,000 worth of pacifiers and hundreds of this one aquarium decoration. I don't mean to sound like Cotton Eye Joe when I say this, but where did all this stuff come from? And where will it go? Raleigh and I searched the grounds for a while, looking for a box that spoke to us. We walked down corridors of bubble makers and as seen on TV products. We thought these women's blouses were pirate shirts, but eventually, we found the box for us. Priced at just $340, this box was a hodgepodge of various Amazon returns. Big boxes, small boxes, a Chewy box, a box of what appeared to be sweet and sour chicken. What rare, priceless gems could be waiting in here to uncover? We paid the fee, and a few hours later, the box was delivered. All right, guys, it's time to unbox the pallet. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty nervous about what's in here. I don't even know how many boxes are in here. I mean, what do you think, like 100?
I think like probably 25 to 30 boxes are in here.
Okay, so my guess was stupid then?
Well, no.
All right, box number 1. This is a tent. We could do the rest of this video in a tent.
This is kind of sick. I'm liking this already, man. I'm not selling any of this stuff.
This is exactly one person's worth of tent, or 2 very good friends worth of tent.
And I like that if it's a clear night, you can see the stars from inside your tent. It's not going to protect you from bears or anything, but most tents don't. Oh, a pet gate.
Yeah, pet safety fence.
Wait, that's actually kind of sick. I might need one of these. I mean, I've got a baby that can crawl now. I also have dogs that crawl all the time. When dogs walk, is that called crawling? They're on all fours.
It's just walking. When a horse walks, is it called crawling? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a Keurig. It's got the K right on top and everything. I wonder if it works.
Now I'm noticing, if you look right here, there's like a little bit of scuffing. Yeah, I think this might be a gently used Keurig.
As long as they used it gently. Oop, did a piece of... I lost a bit. I lost a bit of the Keurig. I'm going for the sweet and sour chicken.
Oh, baby.
Will it really be?
So this is an example of a return. Somebody has like put it in a different box probably, and they've returned a thing. So they almost certainly took it out of the packaging, lost the packaging, and then said, fuck it, I'm returning it anyway.
Oh, is it a vacuum maybe? I'm thinking, oh yeah, vacuum, little brush. It's a car vacuum.
That is great.
Maybe whoever ordered this wanted a car vacuum, and then between the time they ordered it and they got in a car crash and never wanted to set foot in a car again.
Okay, or positive version, they ordered this. It worked so good. Their car was so clean. They're like, I'm not gonna need this again.
They never needed it.
For another 10 years. So.
I cleaned it so good that it's never gonna get dirty again.
All right, so this Chewy box was another one of the ones that like, it might be Chewy stuff or it might be...
Based on everything else so far, I'm gonna say it's not Chewy stuff. And also I can tell it's a rug just by looking at it.
It's also the way they've packaged it. It's like if Chewy packaged something like this and it came to your house, I would never shop at Chewy again.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's fucking Chewy, come on.
Dog treats spilling out the side. There's like tufts of dog hair stuck to the tape.
Hey, do me a favor, ask your fucking dog if he cares how it's packaged, all right?
Oh, it's soft though. Feel that rug.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it is some kind of, oop.
Oh, this is nice. This is a nice padded floor.
For your doggy duffel bag. And it looks like someone did put their dog in there.
Yeah.
It's all furry.
Dog tested and returned.
Dog tested, disapproved of. Dog disapproved.
Right.
A little rusty pan.
Is it rusted? Oh, no, that's the brand?
No,
it is rusted.
It is rusted.
Oh, geez.
So they must have used this a lot then. Yeah. They had this for 10 years and then sent it back to Amazon.
It feels terrible to say goodbye after 10 years, but...
I never liked it. It's just another rug.
Dear customer, if there is crease on carpet you received, please don't worry. This is a normal phenomenon of folding carpets in order to meet the needs of international transportation. We intimately included a small watering can.
Intimately?
In big, huge bowls to help you easily solve this abominable crease.
This crime against God of a crease. There were a few staple categories in this particular palette. For example, a shocking amount of tents.
Could this be like a changing tent?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. I think I just found another tent.
We have an orange tent here.
Okay. Also a bunch of rugs and 2 toilet accessories. I could understand why Amazon wouldn't want to take this back.
Honestly, this one, I'm gonna give them a pass on this one.
But there was a category of items that worried me the most, and that was the items that I didn't even know what they were when I unboxed them. Wait, whoa. I don't know what this is, but it says mind reader. This thing can read my...
Ah! Get out of my head!
Get out! I can hear your thoughts. Why would it be called a mind reader?
It's like, was this the coaster you wanted?
How did you know? Get out of my head!
Look at what, I don't know.
It's like a garbage bag?
I think so.
What the hell is this? Okay. And was it just like wood?
It's a plank of wood.
Oh.
And does it say on the back, this is a set, do not separate?
Oh, does it? This is a set, do not separate.
There is one thing in here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to if I tried. I'd need an axe. The more boxes we opened, my hope that we might find some cool, mysterious, rare item started to fade. People aren't constantly ordering cool doodads on Amazon and then returning them. As we came to find out, life is mundane, and so was a lot of the stuff in this box. Until we found this cool bird feeder.
A smart AI recognition bird feeder.
What does it recognize?
I think it recognizes the kind of bird.
Ooh, wait, that's actually kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. Maybe if it sees a squirrel, it won't like put anything out.
If it sees a squirrel, it shoots it. Okay, yeah, look at the bird seed comes down. Your little camera looks at him, says, blue jay detected. Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
That's great.
I could definitely find someone that wants to use this. In total, there were 34 boxes, and without making a single dime yet, we had already spent 55 minutes taking it all out of the box. I'm not going to show us unboxing every single item, but if you're curious, here is a list with all 34 items we unboxed. Battery low, your GoPro will automatically power off.
Wow.
That's weird.
Perfect timing.
Do I have a rectangle on my head?
It's a little one. It sort of looks like you're like Harry Potter's brother. He's like got a little rash on your head, but not the lightning bolt.
He like saw Harry get Avada Kedavra and he like ran away and just ran into a wall.
Yeah. The boy who goofed.
Yeah. That thing is heavy as hell. I want to get this stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace as fast as possible, so I'm gonna take inventory of everything in this box, look it up on Amazon, and find out how much it costed. That way I can list it on Facebook Marketplace for a fair price. And this will be really interesting to see because this box cost $340. So once I tally everything up, I can see how much I can potentially make off of all of this. I've never had to think about how to properly photograph a toilet seat before. I don't know what people who are buying this thing are looking for. Like what's the best angle for this thing? You need to know how big the hole is for scale. I can put my hand there. Once I got everything inventoried, the next thing I had to do is actually figure out how much everything is worth. It was actually really interesting to see what the most expensive items on here were, what the cheapest items on here were. The cheapest thing was the USB clip-on fan, and the most expensive thing was that cream and gray rug, which was $140. A couple of the items, I didn't even know what they were when I opened them, and searching around on Amazon, I was actually able to figure it out. So now I can actually list it on Facebook and not just be like, this is I don't know what this is. It's a piece of wood with a handle. The thing I'm referring to right there, I thought was a cabinet door. Oh, is this a cabinet door? But is actually some kind of stovetop cover. It's a piece of wood that you put on top of your stove when you're not using it. That way you have extra counter space. Seems a little bit dangerous, maybe. I don't know why they made it out of wood. That seems like maybe the exact wrong material to make it out of. Oh, the vertical tents, the standy-uppy tents, are for privacy and showering in the woods. So I guess you just climb in there and you just dump water on yourself? Or maybe if you get some kind of hose to go in there. Yeah, it's for showering. It's not for sleeping standing up, surprisingly. So in total, the box cost $340 and there are 34 items, conveniently. It's almost like they did that on purpose. But basically, I have to sell everything for an average of $10 or more to break even or make a profit. But if I wanted to make the maximum amount of money possible, then I would make around $1,700. And then if you subtract the $340 that I bought the pallet for, or Raleigh bought the pallet for, really, then the profit would be $1,350. So that is the maximum amount of money I could make from this. 1,300 smackaroons. But as I'm sure you're aware, that's not how Facebook Marketplace works. I don't think I'm gonna be selling these for anywhere near the amount that you could get them for new. I wanna try to sell this for a good price, but I will also be battling with my other want, my secret want, which is to get all of this stuff out of my garage as quickly as possible. I can barely back my car into the garage right now because this box is so big. So there's like an angel and a devil on my shoulder right now. The angel saying, come on, Danny, let's make a profit. And the devil is saying, get that fucking box out of the car. I don't want it anymore. We don't need the box. Just drive the whole thing to Goodwill. They can figure out what to do with it there. And then I also, guess I also have to make sure some of this stuff works. I mean, there are electronics in here. Chainsaw, leaf blower toy, there's a Keurig, there's a vacuum. So it could be time for a product review section. of the video! Now, $13.50 is a serious chunk of change, and if I wasn't donating this to charity, I would definitely want to make sure that I keep my profits safe and maybe even put them to work for me. But how do I go about saving that much money? $1,300 isn't gonna fit in my pockets unless I buy more pants. That's why this video is sponsored by SoFi, which is... Oh, it's not pants. Okay. SoFi is a next-gen finance app, and they're gonna help you bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. And I bet you can guess where that place is. It's in the app. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to me in a suit. Having a child is awesome, but it is quite expensive, so when I'm not using my money, I like to make sure it's working for me and not just sitting there, which is why I love SoFi. With SoFi checking and savings, I can earn more money on my money. With direct deposit, I can earn 9 times the national savings rate. For those of you who are new to high-yield savings accounts, don't worry. Daddy's gonna walk you through it. It's basically an account that makes your money work harder for you by giving you something back in interest. Your typical savings account at your local bank earns you about 0.45% interest. Yeah, sorry big banks, that's not gonna cut it. Because with my SoFi high yield savings account, I can earn more in 6 weeks than I would in an entire year in a big bank savings account. With SoFi checking and savings, you get paid up to 2 days early, pay no account fees, and can earn up to $300 when you sign up for direct deposit. So if you want to sign up, just click the link in the description or scan this QR code. It's made just for me to show you. Thanks to SoFi for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out SoFi. Let's go ahead and pop some batteries in these. Hey, and this way, whoever buys these is gonna get free batteries as well, which I don't think they came with. So I'm actually sort of performing a service here. I should charge people more than the Amazon list. And that's what makes me such a business-minded guy. Time for the moment of truth. Hedge trimmers. Whoa! Okay, this one works. I didn't even mean to turn that on. I just, as I picked it up, I accidentally pulled the trigger. This one, it seems like doesn't want to do anything, and this one was so ready to work that the second I touched it, it was like, yes! There we go. Ooh, and it blows. Okay, well, we got 2 out of the 3. And if someone buys these, I can just ask them if they want that one, even if it doesn't work. Next up, this clip-on fan. It's actually rechargeable, so there's a USB-C here. And let's see if it has any power right now. Oh. Oh, it only spins while my finger is on the button, which definitely does not seem very convenient. But let's give it a charge. And then we'll see what's what. Luckily, I've got a spare charger laying around from the AI pin, and it's USB-C. So I can't say I never got anything out of buying it, but we'll give it a minute to charge. In the meantime, let's test out its clipping functionality. Hell yeah. Up next, oh no, golly. Is that really what I say when something surprising happens? Did I say, ooh, no, golly? No, golly! Having a child has turned my language all topsy-turvy. A few months ago, I definitely would have just said like, oh, fucking shit, as that thing fell over, you know, because I'm a cool guy, I swear. Okay, so this is the Keurig. Water. And now let's see if it'll just make me a hot cup of water. Guess I'll just do 8 fluid ounces here. Go. Does it know there's not a cup in here? Go! Why isn't it going? A Keurig starts going right away, right? You press it and it just starts going like... In my experience, every time I've used a Keurig, you press it and it goes right away. Okay, maybe it knows there's not a cup in here and it's mad about that. All right, let me see if I have a Keurig cup laying around. Found one. Maybe I have to put a mug here. Maybe it won't start unless it detects. Does it have mug detection technology? Okay, I think that this is also broken. Did I just buy a gigantic box of broken electronics? What do I do? What do I do with all this stuff? Amazon? I'm demanding you contact me to take all this stuff back and fix it and sell it again. I don't know how to fix a Keurig. I don't have the resources for that. Damn, dude. Golly. What did I say before? Oh no, golly. Ah! Smart AI recognition bird feeder. You get an automatic notification when you have a visitor. So you could get a notification that says like a cardinal's here or a hummingbird's here. How terrifying would it be if at like 4 a.m. you get a notification that's like Gary's here? You're like, who the fuck is Gary? You go on your phone, there's just a video of a man shoveling bird feed into his mouth. Thanks. I'm the CEO of this company. It tells me where all of them are, and I eat bird seed. Seat for the birds to hang out? Neat. Why doesn't this come with instructions? Okay, I have to scan the QR code to download the Bird Lover app from iOS or Android. Okay, so maybe the instructions will be on there. Bird Lover feeder. Bird Lover feeder? Shouldn't it just be a bird feeder? Starting to think a human being is actually gonna show up. Little old lady. Thank you for setting this up, young man. I love birds. And I'm so hungry. And now? Oh! I wonder what this little thing is here. That's the camera lens. And then what is this? Is it a big speaker? Play soothing noises for the birds. Soothing noises. Metro Boomin. Yo! Okay, look it. Oh, what kind of bird has showed up to the bird feeder today? Danny Bird. Okay, can I take a picture? Oh, I got a notification. Bird feeder camera has detected movement. I like that it's just saying that the smart bird feeder has detected movement. Obviously, it's not saying bird detected. It's like, we have detected something, but it's not a bird. You should probably just look for yourself to see. You're not gonna believe us if we tell you. It works! Man, I was worried about this one, because I actually feel like this thing's pretty cool, and I wanted it to work really bad, so why did someone return it then? That's the question. So many stories behind these boxes, you know? What happened in this person's life between when they ordered the AI bird feeder and when they returned the AI bird feeder? They suddenly started hating birds? Okay, surely by now the clip-on fan is charged, right? Let's take a look. Ooh, it is! It works! Okay. The clip-on fan works. In my effort to provide an excellent experience for my customers, I want to go beyond just the electronic items, okay? There are some non-electronic items that need my attention. Actually, there's just one. It's the rug with the abominable crease. And guys, I have really bad news. There is not an abominable crease on this carpet. There are 2 abominable creases. Right here and right here. That is just abominable, man. Actually, looking at it like this, there's kind of more than 2, because there are some horizontal ones too. They're a little less severe, so I might not call them abominable, but I might call them like, dastardly. But they did give me instructions on how to fix the crease, so I'm gonna try all of this, and then I should have a perfectly good rug to sell. Let me get some water. God, my finger is getting tired from spraying. This is such a tiny little sprayer that you have to spray so many times. Okay, I've spritzed it. Wait, why is it still completely full? It's like I didn't use any water. That's like how much I filled it up in the first place. What kind of magic watering can? Okay, well, we've got a soggy crease. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna give it a few days, just like the instructions recommend. And then hopefully this will be ready to sell. The last things I needed to test were the tents. Yeah, this is nice. This fits me. Yeah, I've got over a foot of headspace. Give you guys my POV. There's my little piggly wigglies. Plenty of room, man. Maybe they returned it because they thought they would fit in the tent, but they're 8 feet tall. All right, well, I'm gonna give this tent a 10 out of 10. A tent out of tent, actually. Whoa! Hi. So this is definitely some kind of privacy tent. I guess maybe for changing and stuff, if you're on a camp out with the boys and you're all sharing a tent and you don't want the boys to see your bare butthole when you're changing, then you get one of these set up and now you can go in here just like this, and now you can't even tell that my butthole's out. Okay, here's what it looks like inside the tent. I don't know, I've done a decent amount of camping in my day and I've never felt the need to have one of these vertical tents. I'm gonna have to give it, honestly, I'm gonna give it like a 4. It does what it's supposed to do, but I don't know why it does what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, oop. You know, being in this one when that happens would probably be scary. You're standing in there, you got your willy out, and then it just blows away. All the boys are sitting around the campfire, and suddenly you're just like, oh, I got the tent so this wouldn't happen. This last tent I was very confused about as I was putting it together. It's completely transparent, but has no ventilation. My suspicion was right that there is no ventilation in here. I mean, at least not without opening these windows. There are windows. Okay, so let me close this up, and now we'll just sit for a second. We'll see. Well, okay, hang on. This is not even big enough to sleep in, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. No, it's not big enough at all. This must not be a camping tent. This is Must not be for sleeping. What other, is this, oh, maybe this tent is like to keep you warm because it is insanely hot in here. That's why I say that. So, yeah, I guess there's like no problems. Oh, there's sand in here. What the hell? Look at, there's sand all over here and dirt on the inside. Okay, someone for sure used this. Despite being a little worn, it does the job. So I gave it an 8. Out of 10. After all of that testing and reviewing, I was finally able to get everything up and listed on Facebook Marketplace, and a few days later, I got a message. It was Barbara, and she wanted my pet gate.
Hello, how are you? So sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's okay. Since I didn't want to give 34 strangers my address, I decided I would meet each customer at a nearby grocery store. Well, let me show you the gate.
I have 2 little Yorkies.
Oh, cute. Yay! Yay! And the next day, I met Irene to give her my landscaping lights.
Hello, Irene. Oh, sorry, did I scare you?
I 1000% did scare her. She screamed and jumped when I said her name, but that didn't matter because I had just made $23. Just about every day I was heading off to the grocery store parking lot to meet with yet another potential customer. I felt like I had the foundations of a real small business on my hands. Another day, another drive to the grocery store parking lot. Goodbye, sweet and sour chicken box. Goodbye. I was spending a decent amount of time driving to and from the grocery store and waiting at the grocery store, but that didn't really matter because I was making money, baby. I don't have the money, he paid me on Zelle. Alright, we're a few days in now. How are things looking? I don't know if my listings just took a while to get into Facebook's algorithm or something, but they weren't getting any interest for the first couple days. But then suddenly, on the second or third day, I started getting a ton of messages. Just like that. And the messages are great because it means that I might be able to sell something, but it is also like really hard to keep track of. If you've ever sold anything on Facebook Marketplace before, you probably have dealt with this, but people will message you and then just disappear after you respond. Hi Danny, is this still available? You only have 4 pieces. They're talking about the pathway lights, there are only 4 of them. I don't know why they needed to tell me that. I know that. Don't shame me for how many pieces I have. Yes, are you interested? Yes, it's 4. And then they just completely ghosted me. They just messaged me to insult me. Hi, is this available? Yes, it is. Do you want it? I guess when you're buying things, you probably have so many options because there's probably, you know, there's a million rugs on Facebook Marketplace. So you don't have to treat one guy selling a rug very well. This person messaged me about the clear chair mat and said, are you ever in downtown Chicago? Even though I have my location listed on the listing, it is not downtown Chicago. I have it listed as pickup only. So I said, no, not really. And then I offered to meet him halfway in 2 different towns and then he just stopped responding. No, sorry, I only want your ridiculously discounted product if you drive all the way to me and hand it to me. I'm not even gonna get out of bed actually. You can just come in. And if all that wasn't bad enough, the crease is still there. All of them. Yep, this thing's been laying here days now. Probably a week, actually. And the creases haven't gone down a lick. So I'm sorry, but if anyone buys this rug, the crease is gonna become their problem. Alright? I'm not doing the crease. Every time I had a potential new sale on my hands, I had to dig into the box to find the item, which was surprisingly difficult. And I ended up having to use a shovel a few times to dig an item out from the bottom of the box. If I was gonna do this again, I would definitely invest in some other storage system like shelves, which might take up more space, but it would be so much easier to access the items. What really added insult to injury in this case is that the person who was requesting this item actually ghosted me right after I did this. But that's not even the worst part, because I actually have a much bigger concern about this box. And that concern is that the box is perhaps cursed. Firstly, after I reviewed all the electronic stuff in my office, I was moving the boxes around and a big spider crawled out of one. And it zoomed around, it took me forever to find, and luckily I was really chill about the whole thing. Secondly, anytime I've been doing anything with the box, I've been sneezing a lot. Ugh. What am I allergic to in this box? I don't want to know. And then I noticed that later that day, every time I've gone into the box, I have told Laura, I think I have a fever. This is like hours after I'm done using the box, but it's always on days where I did use the box, I just feel feverish. I have body aches, I feel exhausted, so I'm highly allergic to something in the box. I guess dust, although I've never been allergic to dust before. And then the third thing, which is the most concerning thing, a few days ago, I got a bunch of mosquito bites on my body. At least I thought they were mosquito bites at first, because they were just a bunch of itchy bites. But after a few days, they kept getting itchier and itchier, and you'll notice I'm itching one right now. And then they got really red, which doesn't happen to me with mosquito bites. The bite itself got red, and then the whole area around it got red. And they're starting to get better now, but you can still faintly see the redness around this one. I've got like 5 or 6 of these on my body. This is very concerning to me. So I don't know, maybe this is all kind of in my head, you know, maybe there's a spider in the box because it's in my garage and there's spiders in my garage. Maybe these bites are just mosquito bites and my body is reacting a weird way. Or maybe, what is the more likely option, the box is cursed. But hey, baby, that's just more motivation to get rid of this stuff, huh? Sell it. Give the curse to someone else. But at the very least, I should be careful when I give people the boxes. I should probably check them all for big spiders and ancient magic before I give it to them. Yep, should be good. Sweet. All right, have a good day. Yeah, no problem. All right, I've just finished up another sale here, and I was just sitting here in the car doing some thinking, and I think I've decided that I don't like this one bit. In terms of side hustles, man, I don't think that this one is it. Look at all of the messages that I've received between today and midday yesterday. So many people that I need to coordinate with, and the chances are, based on all of these messages, I probably won't even sell anything. The ratio of messages I receive to products that I sell is probably like 40 to 1. I've spent so much time messaging people and I've sold 8 things. Out of the 34 things I have, it's been weeks and I've sold 8 things. And then when I do have an actual buyer, it's almost just as annoying to coordinate with them. I had another guy that I was selling something to. We were supposed to meet at 7 p.m. one day, but he messaged me at 5:30 and was like, hey, just to let you know, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I hope you're free. To which I responded, no, sorry, I'm not gonna be free until probably at least 6:45. And then he messaged me when he arrived at 5:50 and said, okay, I'm here. Oh no, I didn't see your message because I was driving. Can you come anyway? But it was all worth it in the end because I sold the desk chair mat for $15. And as he was typing my information into Zelle, he also asked if he could have a discount. And I gave him one. Guys, I'm not good at this. Now, to be fair, this is completely my fault. I signed up to do this video. When Raleigh proposed, we did a collab, and I decided on this idea as my end of the collab. I had watched, I think 1 video about pallet flipping on Amazon, and I thought it looked easy. And I don't know where my critical thinking was when I watched this video, because watching it back in hindsight, there were definitely some red flags. This is a video called The Best Side Hustle No One Is Talking About, Flipping Amazon Return Pallets. It was made by this channel. They're a couple. They do a lot of Amazon pallet flipping, and so I thought it looked fun. And I think what really drew me in is this little bad boy right here, the MSRP counter. Every time they open a product to see what it is, they tally up how much it costs on Amazon, and they add that to the MSRP counter. By the time they're done unboxing the pallet, their MSRP counter is like $3,000 for a $500 box. So that's great, you know? They made $3,000. Except, no, they didn't. They've unboxed a bunch of stuff and they've added up what it would have cost them to buy new. It's crazy that, to me, opening a box for something that costs $100 means you made $100. That's how it worked in my brain. But no, of course it doesn't work that way. There's so much work that goes into this. You have to have a salesman brain. I don't have that. I actually think that this side hustle leverages all of my weaknesses. Selling things, planning ahead, being organized. Those are all parts of my brain that I've always known I'm not good at. I like turning on a camera and making silly YouTube videos. That's the side of my brain that works properly. So what I should have done is maybe watched a couple of videos and then Googled other people's experiences trying to flip Amazon pallets, because then I would have found this. On the flipping subreddit, someone asked, what are your guys' experience with Amazon return pallets? My experience is that Amazon return pallets have ruined my local yard sale ads. Every other yard sale I go to ends up being someone who ordered one of these pallets. Stop watching YouTube videos. 99% of that crap you are watching talking about junk pallets is paid advertisement. You're gonna get broken junk and used dildos while all the good shit was picked out right before they loaded it on the truck. Sounds like this person has been hurt and disgusted. This person said, depending on where you live, there's probably many people already doing this. I actually think it's better to wait and buy from these people at yard sales when they're trying to unload their death pile of merchandise. So hold on, there's Amazon, then the warehouses, then the people buying the pallets, they can't sell them, so they do a yard sale. Then there's other people coming to the yard sale to flip that and sell it to other people. How deep does this chain go? And why do I feel like it somehow all eventually ends up in a landfill anyway? Knowing how many people are doing this and failing is also making it seem like there's no way I can sell all this stuff because obviously there's competition. There's other people probably selling the same stuff and they're probably better at selling than me. They're already 3 steps ahead of me. They're waiting for me to sell it at a garage sale so someone else can buy it and then that person throws it away eventually. They're waiting by the garbage can for them to throw it away so they can pick it up for free and then sell it for $1. But that's when I thought of the perfect plan. And I actually haven't thought of what the plan is, but I'm just gonna wait until I have thought about it, and then I'm gonna add that in with voiceover. Weeks went by after this. Each day that I would walk into my garage, I would be confronted by a giant box of my own failure. All of my so-called biggest weaknesses staring me in the face and preventing me from backing my car into my garage. Oh, on the plus side, I did learn that the mysterious bites I was getting weren't from the box at all. Apparently, due to the cicada uprising this year, there was also a surge in the population of a microscopic mite called oak leaf itch mites, which feed on cicada eggs and then bite YouTubers in the back of the knee when they're already going through a pretty tough time. I was letting nearly all of my messages go unanswered at this point. I had resigned to not making a profit, which at this point meant I would not be donating to charity. In fact, I would have to steal $180 from charity. I started researching which charities it would be most ethical to steal from when suddenly I remembered something. Something that gave me the idea for the perfect plan. My experience is that Amazon return pallets have ruined my local yard sale ads. All right, this is the beginning of the garage sale long shot. Thank you. You know what I think you'd love? A tall green tent. Pleasure doing business with you. Cha-ching. Another satisfied customer. I'm on a roll. Yes. Thank you. Yes. 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 I thought she was going to want the bird feeder. She looked like the perfect candidate for the bird feeder. She actually laughed at the idea. She asked about it. I told her what it was, and then she laughed at me and said, "That's hilarious." And then she left. Excuse me, are you interested in a big orange tent or raised toilet seat? Maybe she'll be back later. She's got to go get her purse. Or a clip-on fan, or an AI bird feeder. Well, it didn't go as well as I thought it was going to. So that's great. I don't know, man. I had this idea that if I set up a garage sale and had people coming through, I would just be selling item after item, and it would all be gone by the end of the day. But I sold, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items, and I was there for about 6 hours. And I think 2 or 3 of those was just one guy. He bought one thing and then he came back for more because he told his daughter that he met a YouTuber and his daughter knew who I was, so he wanted to buy more stuff for her. So if that hadn't happened, I would have sold even less. As of right now, I have sold $303 worth of products. That means that I'm only like $37 away from breaking even. So if I could just make $37, that would be fantastic. And you might think that's not very much work. That's only, you know, like a couple more things. But guys, I have other things to do. I have other videos to work on. I actually took a break from this for like a month. The garage sale was like a month ago because I had to work on the copycats video. But luckily, I remembered a rule called the 80-20 rule, okay? 20% of your work is gonna yield you 80% of your results. And this rule applies for all sorts of things in life, you know? In a classroom, maybe 80% of the trouble is caused by 20% of the kids. In customer service, probably 80% of your calls are from 20% of your customers. And if I apply that to this, maybe 80% of my profit can be from 20% of my products. I need to be focusing on the few products that are gonna yield me that last $37. So if I just look at the 3 most expensive products that I still have on my list, I have the rug, which on Amazon is $150. the raised toilet seat, which on Amazon was $80, and the marble toilet seat, which was $90. I need to focus on the stuff that's gonna bring in the big bucks, because I have like 16 or 17 products still listed, and if I am trying to field messages and coordinate with people for all of those products, I'm gonna go insane. So I fished the big rug and the 2 toilet seats out